Richie B Live.
Somewhere beyond the beaten path, beyond the whispers in the woods and the stories around the fire, lurks one of the greatest mysteries of our time, Bigfoot. For decades, legends have echoed through the forests, footprints left behind, sightings that defy logic, and questions that demand answers. But this isn't just folklore. This is a call to investigate, to explore, and to uncover the truth. Banter with Richie B isn't just another show. It's a community, a movement, a hub for genuine research, real conversations, and boots-on-the-ground discovery. Every episode dives deep into evidence, expert interviews, field investigations, and the drive to seek what others say is impossible. If you believe in asking questions, if you're ready to get your boots dirty, and if you think the unknown deserves more than just a passing glance, then follow Banter with Richie B. Stay informed, stay sharp, and maybe, just maybe, be the one who finds the truth hiding in the trees.
I love you, baby Jack. I want you guys to keep climbing. I love you, Mama. Bojo's gonna get us out of here because that's what he does.
That's right. Hey, nice meeting you all. Thank you for being on there. And yes, we are home of the bones. Let's go.
Hey Banter fam, Banter with Richie B is hitting the road, and we're heading somewhere that in our books is legendary. Join us June 27th and 28th as we head to Charming Fair Farm for 2 days of mystery, history, and maybe a little chaos.
Whoa!
What the hell?
Live banter, real stories, unexpected moments. If you love the strange, the fun, and the unexplained, this is the one you do not want to miss. Make sure you're following because Banter with Richie B is bringing the energy straight to Charming Fair Farm. See you there.
what kind of fuckery can we get into tonight? Can you hear me? Can you see me? We got to check all this shit now. Because I don't even know anymore. Craziness, man. But I've had my 18th Rockstar today. We'll be good. Oh, not that I want to advertise for them. Allegedly. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Banter with Richie B live. Oh, man, I tell you sometimes, That's a check out of the W. Speaking of that, I would like some more moderators. If you are not a moderator and would like to be a moderator, and I trust you enough, let's see. I would like a few more moderators. That's all. Yeah, so welcome tonight, and every time we're on, we are on Dark Realm TV, where Fair lives. All over the world, every Roku television, every Amazon Fire Stick. You too can get the app for $4.99, and there is a plethora of shit on there. Awesome shows, awesome stuff, from paranormal to cryptid to wrestling, just all kinds of crazy stuff on there. It's a great app. Go get it. $4.99 a month. I'm going to get their asses up here this summer because we're going to do something exclusive in the woods with them boys. That's 100%. Jean Tewksbury would like to be a moderator, but I don't trust her, so never mind. Forget I asked. I'm just kidding. I love you. Thank you for that offer. I will be sure to get over there at sometime during the show and put you right on the old moderators list. And we allow people to say stuff like shit, fuck, asshole, bitch, stuff like that. Just there's the rules that we have. You know what I mean? Those are allowed in here totally. Shit, fuck, bitch, boobity boobs. And speaking of boobs, if you got to see me last night filling for Sam, I was hot. Just wanted to tell you that. If you missed it, you were not. You were not hot. I was hot. All right. Sexy AF. Hey. So, also we're on H-Low Media, H-Low Outdoors, capital H, capital L, capital O. Go over there and follow them on Facebook and wherever they are. They're on Roku, Roku television. They have an outdoor channel, like I mentioned, hunting tips, all that stuff. And then me and Daniel Benoit, actually, Bigfoot Explorers, is over there. We're the only two cryptid guys, but I was number one, Mr. Daniel Benoit. Remember that. Can only be one first. And we all remember her. No, just kidding. So anyways, so what we're going to do tonight, I'm going to get Wojo right in here because we got quite the show tonight. I have been working hard. I had to transfer things over from an HEIC file to a JPEG file. Oh my God. It is so irritating. So irritating. I probably have a few more to do during the show while Wojo speaks. But we are going to go over to the 7-foot by 8-foot green monster. And I got a few things pulled up on there that we're going to check out. I cropped them. I fitted them, whether they come out the way I want them to. I did not have time to test them. I coached a baseball game today. I had to get Max to a baseball game. Jess showed up. The car was giving problems. I had to switch cars, so I had to take everything out so the seat could get up. Life on life's terms. Drive her car home to make sure we got home safe. I got home safely, and the family got home safely. If I ended up on the side of the road, no big deal. Maybe I'd have some fucking peace and quiet for a little while. Miss Jessie B ain't here, right? Thank you, JT. It was I had a lot of fun. Hey, man, I'm open-minded. I'm not scared. I know who I am. It's just like, dressing up for Halloween, right? That's all. No big deal. Had so much fun. I enjoyed it. And we always love when we get an opportunity where we can help Sam out, because you text or call or reach out on Messenger and the podcast crew Messenger, and you ask Sam something, she's on it, man. She's on it. She wants to help. She's into it. You know what I mean? It's not a job; it's what she loves. So it's awesome. And there are no jobs here. This is for fun. Let's face it, right? So let's get Wojo in here. Let's get saying hello. Let's get this moving along. Let's have some fun tonight. I'm just getting things going again. If you guys could like this, please share this out, just to kind of boost it up a little bit, because it's like starting over once you take a little while off. You know what I mean? So I probably should have advertised earlier in the week, but again, I don't like stomping on my fellow podcasters' heads. But if you missed the announcement on the live, I will go over it with you once again when Mojo comes in. There's going to be a change coming to these podcasts, right? And it's going to be not so much to the podcast, but to the lives. So the lives, yeah. So there won't be so much like crowding. You know what I mean? And I think it'll be quite unique. So we're going to go over that in a minute. Let's get Wojo in here and say hello to all our family, all 13 people watching, right? What's up, Woj?
What's up, everybody? Hey, and boom! It's great to be here.
Boom,
I'm
chucka.
looking forward to the Monster B screen.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll try
I
to
think
squeeze
I think that's a good name for it, Monster B for the banter.
Monster B.
And you know what? Great job yesterday. Helping Sam out. You know what though, Rich? If me and you were in there, I'm not kidding you. We probably would have had makeup and tried to look like Hawk and Animal of the Road Warriors. That would be a pretty cool thing, Just
It
say,
would be. That would be, dude. That was my favorite wrestlers right there.
yeah,
They were my
badass.
absolute, because they just looked more real than everybody. I know they dressed up like everybody else, had a gimmick and all that, but they just had that I don't give a fuck mentality, and I didn't see them ever like adhering to like the rules. And I can love and relate to that. Just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know. I don't know if you guys noticed. No wonder why I get suppressed by you suck tube. You suck tube. What? Let's see. Where's Gene? Is Gene? Gene's on. She's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Gene.
She's
Yeah.
probably on your banter portrait, landscape, excuse me, because I know there's like landscape portrait, what have you.
What's
Yep,
that?
she loves the World Warriors. I love it.
Yeah, you gotta love the Road Warriors. Oh yeah, there she is. Yeah, tomorrow night we got a cool appearance hanging out with Dale Quigley tomorrow night. Look at her over here. Yeah, let's look at this. Oh, that's right. Horror History and Hauntings podcast. An interview with Gene Tewksbury. When was this? February 25th. That's an older one, huh? All right. Well, let's go. Wojo,
Yes, sir.
are you able to scroll up and down and say hi to everybody?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Yeah, just do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's change it up a little bit rather than
All
listen.
right. Well, yeah. Well, thank you, Rich. So our first guest is the Badu, Andrew DeSantis,
Bidet.
the bidet or the Badu.
But
Sometimes it doesn't come out.
that ain't what we said.
A lot of people, when they
It's not. It's not bidet. Who says that?
I don't. I just made it up.
What's up, man? But oh wait, there's a quote I'm gonna have. I think that I actually made. I'm not tooting my own horn, but it was kind of funny afterwards. I told my nephew about it, and I forget who it was, but I said you're throwing shade. You're throwing shade on my BBs. So whoever said that I had a size B, I was like, you're throwing shade on my BBs. I'm gonna use that somewhere. But go ahead, as you were.
All right. Well, next person is Miss Jean Tewksbury herself. Let's go.
A new moderator, if I can find her.
New moderator. The Kurt W, the secret squirrel, is in the house.
I fucking hate YouTube.
We have Denny O. What's up, everybody?
Completely
Yes,
senseless.
Denny O.
Who is it? Denny O.
Denny O.
Yeah.
Kurt W.
Oh, W.
Kurt W, secret squirrel.
Oh, there she is.
And then we have JT himself, Mr. John Tantarine.
Well, that's right, Jim. We're in the house over here with JT. I got to tell you, Jim, that guy's got a shalabba baba ding dong. Back to you, Wojo. Sorry.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was I Just kind of lost my mind a little. Sorry.
And then we have WW himself, Mr. Wes with him.
Wes.
Great to see you, bud.
Sorry, I randomly
And
yelled
then we
shit.
have the Mooncat Ops is in the house. Mooney
The
is
Moon
in
Hizzle.
the hizzy.
All right, I got it. I just want to. There you go. Add as a moderator. Standard. There you go. Gene Tewksbury should have a shield. Sans pantalones. No mas,
uh,
no mas pantalones. Oh,
see.
I see 11 likes and one of them's mine.
Yeah, hit that like button, everybody. Smash that thing, will you?
Oh, tell me
We
about
also have Johnny23. Great to see you, bud.
Johnny boy. Just want to read
Mr. Kelly Porter's in the house.
Kerry.
Kelly.
You
Mr.
said it
Kelly
sounded.
Porter.
It's the way you said it sounded like Kerry Porter. Hello, Mr. Porter.
Yes, sirree. Who else? And then the sheriff is in town, Miss D Hoop.
Terrible. Oh.
Vicky Richards is in the house. Great to see you, bud. And he says, "What's up, man, boobs?"
Hey.
Hey, Karen Mash. What's happening? Welcome.
Come up on it.
Uh,
You say Karen? Oh, Karen Mash. Who does beef? What does beef mean? Is that the comment? The person you're
yep.
talking?
Yep.
Let's see. I don't know. What does beef mean? I'll bite. Go ahead. Let's see. Let's see how quick they get to stay.
I know.
No, I just want to see. What does beef mean, Karen Mash? Potatoes. Oh, Karen mashed potatoes and beef. It's a dinner. Are we having trivia tonight? Karen mashed potatoes. What does beef mean?
Karen.
I'm gonna be late. Yeah, that's all
right. That's it, Rich.
I know it sucks. They all hate me. Karen hates me, right, Karen? Don't be a Karen.
Well, you can hate all they want, but hey, we still bring it.
Oh, I'm not worried, my friend. I'm very happy with who I am today. Today, I drink a bunch of rock stars and dance around my podcast studio.
I'll tell you though, yesterday's investigation was kicking ass. Oh, Miss Lisa Garcia snuck in through the back door. What's up, Lisa?
Oh, she's always watching.
Always watching.
Oh yeah, that creep. Little creep.
How many miles did you say we walked? It was like 3.9 miles or 4 miles.
3.79.
Wow.
Enough to feel tons of pain in places that I don't usually feel that pain. But that's all right, man. It was pretty. What'd you think of the thumbnail this week? Did you like it?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. That was like a really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool thumbnail, man. Great
job
on that.
I haven't made one in a while. You know what I mean? So, it was nice. Did Beef Lady give us the answer? Beef Lady, you didn't give us the answer.
No.
Right. Where's BMO? He knows what the meaning of beef is. To my defense, it's spelled different. Okay, let me see. Let's see. What? Let's see. Ready? What was your favorite part of the investigation yesterday, Wojo?
The best part of the investigation. I mean, I'm sorry. Two things was you coming out with that awesome Scanniverse, and I'm looking at it, and then I looked up and seeing those lights in the middle of the day. I mean,
absolutely insane.
That was just like caught me off guard. I'm like, dude, stop what you're doing. Check this out. And
but you were getting a different vibe. You just mentioned it from what I was getting. I didn't get that vibe at all. Oh shit! You know what? Oh boy.
What's up?
I got to think. I think I need my my old phone's got that Scanniverse on it. And I want to share that with the class. So what was the vibe you were getting out of what was happening yesterday when you saw the lights in the daytime? First of all, I was absolutely stunned.
Yeah.
Stunned. I was like, there's no way. There's no way there's a light there. And then there was clearly a light. And then there was the one little bit diagonal top right. Seemed a little bit taller, I guess, is what we would refer it to, or refer it as. And then I saw clusters to the
Yes.
left by the
Yes.
tree. And I
Mhm.
get what you're saying or what you're about to say,
Mhm.
but I still didn't get that vibe at all. I did not get the vibe at all that you're going to tell everybody. So anybody else that saw the live yesterday, if you didn't see the live yesterday, you'd be a little bit left out of the loop. We got the lights that we get at night during the day. It was absolutely shocking that they would expose themselves like that.
Mhm.
I felt they were our friends, and you felt. Go ahead.
Well, no, I felt like they were our friends the whole way. It's just when seeing the clusters at times, I'm like, there's just so many of them. I mean, I was thinking it's more. Are we looking at alien, like an alien, like like we? All right, so going back to October, guys, at night we saw like a few of the shines, but then all of a sudden it started multiplying, and then it's become a huge cluster and things like that. And you sit there and you're like, what are we looking at? It
Right.
just after the fact, the fact I felt was they revealing themselves early, and then
Right.
we saw another one by the original eye shine that we saw, the taller one, and then we started walking, and I could see the light just move, like it was gone. And I stopped and went back to look at the same spot. It was gone. And then
Right.
now we started seeing clusters towards the end. What's up?
No, I'm listening.
I thought you had something to say.
No,
So
it's the first time ever that I've been interested in what you have to say, and you
yeah,
and you and you just stop talking.
I'm sorry. I thought you were about to say something. But anyways, but seeing those clusters after a while, I'm like, and it's so bright, like we saw before. I'm like, are there aliens here too? Because
I know what
I
you're
don't know what to
saying.
say.
I know what you're saying because the pictures that we're going to show are elongated and square, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, and it looks like a massive area kind of setup. But you know, being researchers as we are, and all what's up, Tyler, and all
Hey,
the things that we've been through. There's so many. What is possible? Tell me what possible is in this area.
anything,
Correct.
anything's possible.
Correct.
Anything's possible.
Correct.
I'm telling you.
I could have a 10-foot forest person standing there with a 4 foot by 4 foot light on his chest. I have no idea. It could be a fucking Teletubby. I have no idea. I have no idea, dude. It is,
Mhm.
when it, we're searching for answers, and we have gotten a shit ton of answers, and that's what this episode is about: is the discoveries that we made, that we have made, you and I, and this you should be proud. And I wanted to
Oh,
use
very proud.
part of this episode to praise you as well, and not even myself, everybody involved. I know where I stand with me. I'm fine with me, but every, to add all these little different intricate details and elements into the research, it's amazing when you have an open mind and you're not afraid to turn over every stone and you don't care what anybody says
Mhm.
and you don't give a shit what anybody says and you block out the noise. In the podcast world, it's different than the research world. The research world is my escape, and I could give a less. The podcast world, I have friends here on the screen and on this network and linked to my channel, and I don't want them to have that. And that's where I get my seclusion and my stuff where I have to build up my energy again. You know what I mean? To fight, that's different. That's totally different to me. This could all go away. You know what I mean? I love it. It's therapeutic, but it's not research, man. Research is angelic, right?
Yes,
Research
it is.
is spiritual, right? Research is just magic, dude. It's therapeutic. It's all these amazing things because we get to hang out with everybody on the side, but we get to see a different side of them compared to here. We get to see them free thinking. We get to see them like involved, invested. We get to see them caring about you and I out in the woods. Hey, be careful, man. Oh, you all right, Richie? You know, if you fall or something, right? You have a few laughs and you're like, oh my God, they care about you. So you get to see that other side that maybe perhaps they even hide from society, that they don't want to share with except their small circle. Well, they share it with us. They share that side of them with us. And that is what to me is magical. And that to me, with all my time of isolation and taking time off, I realized that the one reason, two reasons, but I'll just name this reason, so I don't want to bring in the other reason why I keep the podcast going, is because they are included in it. Everybody on the side is included in it. So they get like two different rooms in their house, right? They walk in and they're in their living room, right? Oh, the living room, they're very social, they have fun, they entertain their guests. But then they kind of go into their podcast studio in a sense. Like, this is my solace. This is my little peaceful corner of the house. Everybody knows when Dad's on here, you shut fuck up finally. You know what I mean? Like, just give him his space. They know that this is a spiritual room with spiritual gifts that have been given by an angelic creature or a being, however you want to address it. So they know all that, right? So you keep that going because you want to enjoy that side of them on the side, right? And not only that, what is the message, Wojo? Do you remember what do you think the message to this journey is? Because I know the message now, and I've known it for a while. But what do you think the message is to this spiritual journey that when Susan and them told me that I had a message not only from the Satunga but from the Star people? Do you know what the message was?
From the start. I mean, well, yeah, it's really like, checking your beliefs and um, it's.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
you could get clouded because you know the message from Jesus Christ when you go to church. So it's a little bit different in that sense. You already know that the message is conversion, having conversation with fellow humans and spreading the good word, the good vibe. That's what our message is. That's what
Well,
Satunga, that's what the forest people want us to do.
well, that's what I was going to get. Is this platform is to share and learn. Um, you know, I believe that they're keeping us on, meaning you folks out there to watch the lives. I know we get kicked out here and there, yes, but I mean they can just kick us out completely and never, we can never use any sort of recordings and what have you. But I feel like, again, it's like being in school, and we're going through grades and graduating, first grade, second grade, third
Oh,
grade.
easy, because that's what I want to talk about a little bit tonight.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's funny you
Minds
say
think
that.
see, minds think alike,
No,
so
let's not get fucking crazy.
no, honestly, I had no idea you were thinking
Easy,
that, Rich,
bro.
at
Easy.
all.
I put a little makeup on last night, and now you want a piece. Settle down, guy. Okay.
Real
Saw you
quick,
looking
Rich,
at me.
before we keep going, we have Zuli. Miss Zuli just
Zuli.
checked in.
Oh,
Lisa,
what a night. Look at that. That's a very. Thank you for the comment. We appreciate that, Richie. I love your
Lisa
podcast.
C.
Very entertaining and informative. Thank you. And we used to get the word educational a lot. Remember when we first kind of started this? And that's what we kind of went for, right? But for me, the message is, and we're saying the same thing as far as that other thing goes, graduating, blah blah blah. I just use a different word. That's all. And we're going to get to
Okay.
that because I've spoken of it before, but I have not been a 100%. This is what it is. But now I know, and I said it to you when we found the sticks the first time. I think we were just put on I don't know if you remember. So, it's just amazing. So my point is, bring the people together like he just wrote, like the astute W just wrote, right? Oh, Mickey Richards says happy endings for all. All right, private message me, bro. What's up, MS? How you doing? Bring people together and help one another. It's about the people you meet and coming together for a better purpose and positivity, not about finding the actual being. I feel you are 100% correct because we're never going to find him. He's not meant to be found. He is not meant to be. He's meant to be sought. He's meant to bring people together to seek exactly what we are doing is exactly why they exist, besides protecting the forest that God created. I'm just
Yeah.
telling you that. And people can call me a loon all they want me. I am going strictly off my physical results from researching.
Mm.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is what it is. And that is the message. And any way you can bring humans together, because we're naturally abrasive, we're naturally protective of ourselves. People say, "Oh, no, no, I'm not like that. I'm not like that." You have certain situations in your life where you boop, you go inward, right?
Mm. Right.
And what they're saying is, no, 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 no. You don't have to do that. That's a taught behavior. That's a learned behavior from society, not from God. Not from God. Look at it like when you go through the Bible and you look at the Bible, you see how much social there is, right? You see how many people, all the different types of conversations and talks and soapbox and all these things that was normal. That
Mm.
was the normal way of life. Yes, people were silenced. Absolutely right. Exactly my point, right? Pontius Pilate, for instance, right? Who did he silence, right? He was told to silence him, but he silenced Jesus, right? So you look at that, and there's these people placed. Well, they're placed and they're far and few between because it's not the natural nature of the human. And the human needs to get back to what the creator had in mind for us. And these are different ways of doing that. And that's the message. This is where we're supposed to go back to. And the Star People's message, I already know. Fucking smarten up or our shit's gonna go down. You ain't gonna be able to handle. So just so you know. Right?
But I mean,
Oh,
again, it's about spreading seeds, Rich. It's spreading good seeds. Again, that you put seeds into people's hearts and watch them grow. God will water them. You put the sunlight and watch them grow. Or do you want good or do you want bad? You can't have the middle. Okay. And the thing about us humans is that, yeah, there's a lot of good people out there, but again, yeah, we destroy things. We pollute the planet. We do a lot of bad things, and we have to take a little bit of accountability of how we
well,
are as people and how we treat
yeah.
others.
Yeah. I always had a problem with like pollute the planet because everything that we use on the planet came from the planet. The planet's fine. Just everybody stop. The planet's fine. We're not important enough to destroy what God's created. It heals itself. It always has. You know what I mean? So yeah, people go, "Oh yeah, but when the dinosaurs were around, there wasn't exhaust fumes." Well, how the fuck do you know? How do you know? You don't know. You don't. There was cracks in the earth that let up methane. You know what I mean? Whatever. We can go there too. The
Eat.
plants. The Mr. Meat. I think it was
Yeah,
Stern used to do that, Mr. Methane.
yeah, Mr. Meat.
Um, but the plants were bigger, so they gave off more oxygen and healed it. Well, whatever. Now there's more plants. I don't know what to tell you. That's that whole story where we were so small and everything was so big. Yeah, that's the Giants one we're gonna get to. But anyways, why? Thank you.
Real quick, great to see you, MS. Andrew Gnomes. The
Perfect, Jesse.
Trucking Express is in the house. Great to see you, Andrew.
Yeah.
Miss Melissa Lester. Melissa, it's great to see you on here.
Yes,
And
and God bless you and thank you, God, for giving you good news.
hmm
Amen,
yeah,
sister.
amen. And of
Amen,
course,
sister.
the man, the myth, the legend, from all the way from Australia,
Our
the guppy
boy.
himself, Benno.
That's our boy right there, man. I wish
Oh
that dude,
boy,
that's one dude I wish lived next door.
yeah.
I am sure God put him way down there and us way up here for a reason. I'm sure about that. Because the vibe, like when he came on the show that time, was just all natural, right? You never got enough a notification again from YouTube? I don't know. YouTube does not like me. They're suppressing me, bro. 100%. We were in the woods for 6 hours yesterday. We got 350 views in our lives. They used to get 13,000.
hmm
12,000 was a regular. 10,000 was a slow day. 8,000 was a disappointment. 352 views with 6 hours of walking around researching. So yeah, they're stepping on me too. And I don't care. You guys are here. I'm good. There's 25. I'm sorry you didn't get the message. I thought I dropped something in your messenger though. Pretty much, right? All right, let's get on with some visuals.
Hey, Finchy, AZHSSR. Great to see you all. Back to you,
Yeah.
Richard. Let's
Well,
go.
I got some photos I might have to still put in and then convert because of the HEIC thing that keeps popping up. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. You know what I mean? But yeah, if anybody's got any comments on that, and I've seen a few people comment, yeah, feel free, man. Let's have a conversation. I'm okay with that. I'm subscribed to you guys and can never see you in my feed unless I search. Well, BMO, you speak those words that you're not supposed to too, my friend. You know that, right? Listen right now, you critical thinkers out there that speak about your critical thinking because you know things. These people are 100, and I thought this was just bullshit. I really did. I got on this thing like it was a play toy. Oh wow, I'm on YouTube. I'm an old guy. I get to play with things. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I remember back in the day when there was a computer out, and my uncle in Berlin, New Hampshire had it, and he showed me how to make Mr. Bojangles dance across the screen with Cobalt, right? Programming, right? And it was a little game program where they taught you how to be a programmer, which is where a lot of the early programmers came from. Was a little I guess you could call them satire exercises, whatever, like this, where people go, "Oh, I really like this." That's how they got the word out, was to make it a game, right? Because I loved it. I enjoyed it. I actually did little college computer courses. I'm just not very studious. That's all. You know what I mean? But anyways, and I remember Mr. Bojangle, I got him to dance across the screen, but he was missing a hand. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I was excited, and then you get on here, and I thought this was all hoopla. You know what I mean? And I get on here, and look what happens. Like no word whatsoever. And I think that's when a lot of my gut punch happened. You know what I mean? Because people don't realize, I basically got fucking carpal tunnel from posting, doing everything that they asked for, reading about the algorithms. I would share with other people how to do the algorithms, all that stuff. It was a lot of hard work and passion. I wanted to make it grow for everybody. And then I got the idea to share my channel because it was, it was bigger than everybody else's. And I thought that I would bring people in and let them link to my channel, and that would get them more views and more hours watched, and then get them monetized. And that's what my thinking was. I wanted to give back and do that. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, gut punch. Oh, by the way, you're fucking inauthentic. Calling me fake, right? They called us fake. And then asked me how we did the videos. Remember how we do the video? I say 80% of them's live. You make my videos. I don't make you fucking make them. My shit's unedited, you clown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways, it was the beginning of my doc area. And then have X do it. X did it. And it was always right after we posted like the Star People or Bigfoot. They couldn't they couldn't handle it. All of a sudden you just got kicked right in the ding ding. You know what I mean? They threw shade on my bibbies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Do you think YouTube has its own fact check, and that's why this is happening? I mean, I'll tell you
Yes,
right now, the fact check is,
100%.
I mean, come on. We see a lot of other stuff that is absolutely like mind-boggling of how they can still be on YouTube.
HEIC, dude. Oh, was that loud? Sorry, I only meant to think that. My meds were. It's already 8:11. Oh yeah, that's right. 7:30 start. I'm thinking, I'm
Don't
not.
do that.
I'm not really in a rush. I got an early doubleheader in softball, and then I got to go to my buddy's house and power wash his pool deck as a barter, and then my lawyer, and then from there, I might go to my cousin's, do a little more power washing, and then I got to be back here because there's something I'm missing. I know we got to be on with Dale. I know that. There was something in between that I'm missing. But yeah, I got another busy day. And then next week is balls to the wall, power washing, and softball. We got a couple of games. I don't even know when yet. Do you know when?
Wednesday and Friday.
Is it Wednesday and Friday?
I think early Wednesday, late Friday.
Okay. Well, that Wednesday
Yeah.
might be a problem because I'm pretty sure Mama works on Wednesdays now. All right. So let me see this. 516. Let's get on with some cool pictures. That was a great chat, Wojo. Thank you.
No, thank you.
I enjoy conversation. Imagine that. They don't like live show verification. Yeah, they don't like a lot of fucking things. Let's put it that way, okay? Yeah, this is the problem I have with it. You lure me in, you say you put me on the rising creator program. So I didn't need all those watch hours. I didn't need all the subscribers. I think I got monetized and I had 700 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours because I was a rising creator. And I was like, okay, I'm doing this right. This is awesome, man. They've noticed me, they recognize me, and they monetize me early. I didn't even really use the monetization tools forever. I didn't like jump right on it and be like, oh, I'm gonna use those right away. I didn't do any of that. And, there was a little bit of problems when I decided to do it because, who had all this fucking mathematical stupidity going on with 38 fucking Gmails and fucking blow up doll in the closet with one missing leg. Wait, what? Oh no, that's a different subject. Sorry. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So, hi, D Hoot. My belief is they asked how you made your videos because they can't comprehend what you're getting live. Probably they wanted me to admit to something. I think. And it was weird because other people said that's the process that you give them a little video of how you do things, but I was when they reached out to me, that it was a human. It wasn't just a program. It was like a separate kind of email. And I said, I don't make them. You make them. My shit's unedited. I said, and then that's when I said it in the original email. And then I said it again on the appeal process. I didn't send them videos of nothing. I said, if you call me inauthentic again, I'm going to sue you for defamation of character because I'm a public figure and I was making money at this. So that therefore it qualifies to where I can sue you for defamation because you're interfering with my work and my career. So that's what I told him. And then boom, 2 days later, and I was off punishment, so to speak, because there was a punishment coming up. That got dropped. I'm not monetized, nor do I give a shit. That's why you see Venmo across the bottom. Um, you know, I'd rather do it that way. I mean, what's the sense? Why should you give them? Matter of fact, if you donated in February, you should have got an email from them saying that they never fucking paid me and you donated money to me. So please reach out to YouTube and ask them where your money is. And you should have it
Yeah.
on record. You should have it on record somewhere in your email. There's like $108 sitting there that they just took without warning, without anything.
Right. Do it.
Hockey.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada's rubbing it in. Our boy MS. He's like, oh, hockey game's starting. The Canadians, I think, are still playing, right?
And it still doesn't quite explain exactly what we did wrong, and that's the baffling part.
It
Again,
never did. It never has. Nothing.
never has nothing.
Not a
And
thing.
so, yeah, I mean, anybody can go on anybody's show and say, "Oh, this is inauthentic." Doesn't
Weird.
state why.
Very
Contains
weird.
just doesn't cut your legs, cuts your head off. That's what they try to do, and it just baffles me how this type of business of the social media aspect of things. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
But hey,
Very strange.
um, kiss my ass. Okay, we're
Ass
gonna
head.
continue to do what we do.
Cheeky, kissy, kissy cheek. I got all these HEIC folders in here. I don't even know. They don't show pictures because they don't come up. And I want to show this picture, and it's just a pain in the ass. Is there a 9413 in the house? Please stand up. Oh, bingo. Oh, there it is. I got lucky. Wow. What a clown show. Yeah, it's funny because I laugh too because all the technology we got, it's just a bunch of crap. It's amazing the crap you got to do in order to get to what you need. I've never even understood that. You know?
Yeah, the Habs are
Oh.
inauthentic. Uh, I'm with you,
Ah! Ha, ha,
Jason.
ha. Yeah.
Hey, Laura.
Oh, the
Nice to
Habs.
see you on here.
Hey, what's that series at? Habs and Sabres. Yeah, the Habs was surprisingly really good.
I think
Really.
the Habs are up 3 games to 2.
Oh, really? Yeah, that should be a really good one. You know, it reminds me of the Bruins when we played the Habs. We got beat, a bunch of years, but I'm talking not in the 70s, or when there was, in the 20s when there was 8 teams. That's what I love about the Yankees and the Habs. Well, look at all the medal. Oh, look at all the trophies. I'm like, dude, there was fucking 8 teams in the league. Shut up. You know what I mean? Like, really? What have you done for me lately? But anyways, I can't talk because the Bruins owner is a jack off. 2011, we won one. He's had the team for 49 years, has won one trophy, and everybody wants to blame the coaches, the GM, and the president. And I'm over here going, what's the common denominator, you idiots? Since the early 70s, what's the common denominator? Hello, Laura. What's this name? Laura Gabri. Gabri? Is it Gabri or Gabri? Habs win tonight. They are on to the next round. So 3-2, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You got to speak Canadian to them.
All
All I know, the only thing I can say Canadian is A. You know what I mean? So,
I can say is Molson.
oh, Molson. Yeah, I don't drink no more. I don't associate.
Hey, Molson, eh?
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
eh?
hey. Shut up, you hoser.
Oh, yes, you
Yeah,
got it.
right.
All
Remember hoser?
right, all right.
Yeah. Well, I
Uh,
know. Well, we all know we were authentic. If you read what the meaning of it, when I read, I I kind of got the gist of what I know what an inauthentic is. I was just like, wait, let me read the meaning of it. Maybe I'm missing something. Like I could not believe my eyes when I read the reasoning, and then called me repetitive. That said that we were repetitive. We got 4 different podcasts at the time on the network with 4 different hosts. That right there isn't repetitive, right?
right,
Right.
exactly.
And there's no videos that I make. What are you talking about? I make some little shorts. I make shorts. Like, that's not how do you make your videos? They're talking like production, like, you
Right,
know, like guys like Benoit and all them do. You know what I mean? I don't do any of that shit, Jason Kenzie and stuff. I don't do any. I don't have the brain for it. I do little short videos, 30 seconds long. What are you talking about? Other than that, you do everything. Here's my podcast. You're doing my podcast, YouTube. Imagine that. Imagine it. It's live. It's authentic because I'm real. It's wild, man. Um,
well,
yeah,
JT's gonna hit the fridge, Rich. Now you got him like
oh,
having some
thank you,
Coors and
Laura.
Yukon Jack.
Yeah, there you go. All right. See, at least I care, right, Laura? Gabri.
Gabri,
Laura Gabri. That's
Gabri.
Gabri. It sounds a little French itself. Did you
Yeah,
did you ask about the Knox earlier? No, I don't know where you're getting that from. Did someone ask about the Knox, the 3 Knox? In
yeah,
some
that was
tribal
on
tradition,
BMO. Yeah.
no, he's saying someone asked. In some
Oh,
tribal traditions, 3 knocks is typically a way to show respect to the keepers of the forest. Makes it really. See, I've always done 3 knocks.
yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
that is crazy. I'm sorry. That was Roller Dog. He said he heard somebody say that pretty much what BMO was saying.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
because yeah, Richie always hits 3 times. I mean, that's
It's
wow.
natural. I always have, even in my backyard. I always have. When they did one, like I did 3, and then I would hear one, and I go, okay, they're out there today, and then I would do one back. But I always did 3, and it was funny because it was natural for me to do this. When I was in the woods, I didn't just turn around and run. I didn't be like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, you know what I mean? I just showed him my palms. I didn't realize that it was showing the 5 fingers and basically
Right.
saying, I'm like you know what I mean? So, yeah, like it was just very natural. It's so weird. And I didn't know that. Thank you for that, BMO. Thank you for that and many other things, BMO.
I still want to understand that last loud knock before, just as we're about to get off. It sounded like, I mean, that was loud. Remember that at the
Yeah.
very end of our show yesterday?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was loud.
In case you missed it. Yeah.
Oh, French Canadian. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
You see the picture? Is there a picture on the screen right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a picture of
Banter with Richie.
actually.
Banter with
Yeah.
Richie. Banter with Richie Boobs.
Mm,
Yeah, there you go, right there. There it is. I was filling in for Sam last night. I had my headband on, right? So keep your hair out of your face, put on your makeup, right? Had some little bit of breastises, you know?
Mhm.
Yep. So if you missed it, it's quite the event, you know? Oh, D Hoot says check. Yeah. You damn right, check. Look at that.
That's
Huh?
right, Jim. When you come out of the woods, you dress up like this.
Uh-oh, 1-0 Buffalo. MS, it's okay.
Oh,
Bro. Oh, he's Canadian. We got to hold on to him.
yep.
We love
And
you.
Zuli is French Canadian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you were right.
Zuli goes, Richie, I can't. I'm deceased. Schneider's here from Doc Rum. Nothing, sir. Nothing here, sir.
Where fear lives.
Where boobies on men
Where
lives.
boobies are
Richie.
lives. Living.
Well,
Uh,
whatever. That ain't my problem, D Hoot. Oh, wear the lipstick? Yeah, I'll show you it. I didn't have just ruby red, bro. Mine had sparkles on. I was filling
mm.
in for Sam. She puts makeup on and tells creepy stories. And I didn't want to disappoint her audience. So I put makeup on and I told creepy stories. I even gave myself freckles at times. Oh, yeah, that face is rough looking. Jeepers cripes.
Yeah, you too, JA. Also, I'm glad you're feeling better. You're up and
Yes.
about, because I know you were in the hospital for a while, but I'm glad
Yes.
you're
Yes. We don't
feeling
want no
better.
more of that nonsense out of you, sir.
Yeah.
Please, sir. Yeah, is that thing that we talked about, JA there? Is that's still official? We get to come down and see you in Ohio or something? If you go in the woods like that, you might not come back. Oh, that's a good point, man.
You might be taken by the big guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just let's listen. Let's put some micro cameras in my nostrils while I get torn apart. You know what I mean?
Pancho says you filled out for
Yeah,
Sam.
yeah, I
Oh,
did.
tie game already? Good God.
Oh, dude, they're fast. Canadians are fast.
Oh, wicked fast too.
Again, it reminds me of the
Oh,
year where we were really big and strong, but they were really fast. Speed always wins
yeah,
in hockey. I don't care.
yeah.
Speed and skill wins in hockey. You could, because you can't grab anybody and just beat them up anymore without getting thrown out of the game. You know what I mean? It ain't like it used to. You know? Yeah, November. Okay, yeah, yes. You are coming to Toledo. That's right. You want me to dress like this? Booby banter, huh?
Yeah,
I could dress like this.
William says, actually, Richie, you could pass for the Patty film.
Yeah, you know what? He's not wrong. What I could actually pass for is something that you saw in Cops like 20 years ago. I
Oh
mean,
God, yeah.
I mean, hi, my name's Susan. You know what I mean? You're like, dude, your name's not Susan. You know,
Oh, you
back then you're like, wait a minute. Nowadays you're like, oh yeah, there he is. Hey, Kev. You know,
Richelle, that's what you call yourself. Yeah, I'm Richelle.
hey, girl. This one here,
Work.
this one here, I'm
I'm
converting.
working. I'm out in Vegas.
Yeah, that one. We'll do is what? Oh, I reached my 10 limit. Boy, I hope I don't need anything else converted tonight because, you get 10 limit for free. I'm not paying for it, dude. Your service ain't that amazing. Anyways, any way you want. See, I told you he wouldn't mind. Bigfoot would pass him around. Poncho, you're having visuals, and that's not acceptable on this show, sir. Oh, yeah. Silk scarf. I did leave out the silk scarf. I did look for a wig, but it was not needed. I was sexy without the wig. So let's see what we got here to look at, anyways. Let's see. 516. I don't even know what came. I got these in the background. These ones I can't see in here. Why are they even here then? They do it twice.
Are they coming in small, like Sam, like she tried to post up pictures for you during my show, and it's just so
Oh,
tiny she can't even tell which is what.
yeah, it is hard, but you can. Yeah, there's ways around that. I'll have to show her. You know what I mean? So you sent me 12. I thought I had these. Oh, let's talk about this a little. Oh shit, I might have to convert these too, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
we might be having to fucking come up with a different plan.
um,
Oh
yeah,
wait.
says with 574 federally recognized tribes, 534 federally recognized tribes in the U.S. alone, each has its own distinct culture, languages, and customs. But one knock is to give away position,
Yeah.
distance, and let known they heard.
Correct. And you know, the amazing thing that you say when you say that, I felt like that's what they were doing. I felt like they were sharing with me, hey, I'm over here because we started to build a friendship. And it was, you know, you have to understand a respect about each other, so to speak. Maybe not so much. Oh, it was a friendship, I think. I felt like it was. Um, I was still scared and nervous at times when I was in the woods. I would shake uncontrollably sometimes to try to get back to my house. And I would talk to him when I got back, and I'm like, I don't know if you're making me feel like that, but let's not do that. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that to you. Don't do that to me, type of stuff. And I would just converse with him, and I would do the three knocks, and I always got one back, and I was trying to figure it out. And then I was like, oh, okay, because there'd be a knock over here or a knock over there, right? And it was different locations, so it made sense to me that that's what it would be. But you know, I wasn't obviously sure. We're learning things as we go here. Now, where's the damn folder I just created? What is happening, Bob? Oh, that's yours. There it is. Um, so yeah, so what I did was I put some things together. I wanted to talk to you guys more about, you know, what we have here. I asked you guys to get into it too with me, right? Um, with Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. William and BMO are going to click really well together. Um, definitely. I wanted you guys to think of the discoveries that Wojo and I have made along with yourselves. I get one knock. I move to that location generally. Yeah. It's like, you know, right, Mooncat? It's like, you know. BMO, thank you for that, man. You contribute so much to the show, and we just love and appreciate you. But we also know that you love it. You could tell that dude just loves it, right? I got the
Absolutely.
Scaniverse. Simmer down, Hoot. Simmer down. If you wanna show yourself more, you're more than welcome to come on, be a guest. Hell, I'll even let you be a producer. You don't even have to know nothing about technology. You could just drop ideas to me and be in on the podcast crew meetings. Got it, D Hoot? Got it. I would,
That'd be pretty cool.
dude. I would absolutely fucking love it. If she wasn't in the witness protection program, that might happen. You know what I mean? So, well, I'm just saying, D Hoot. Um, let's see. Hi, Bonnie.
Hey,
Oh, where was it? Oh, okay. So yeah, so I don't know. You just kind of know. You build that no. It's a know that you. I can't even explain it, dude. Like, you see me now, I just walk out in the woods, man. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? You know what I mean? Like, if they wanted me dead, I'd be dead. You know? She goes, I love my current position.
yeah, I figured that.
Yeah, yeah. Checks in the mail.
Yeah.
Uh, no, I'm grateful for D, who I really am. Her loyalty is second to none. So, and she
Venmo,
doesn't.
thank you so much, man.
Oh,
Venmo, you're the
oh,
best.
wow, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you,
Sorry,
man.
Rich. Yeah.
No, no, I would have saw it. I just didn't see it. And no, that goes a long way. And that's one thing I wanted to talk about. And a dude ain't here, but again, I didn't want to say, but um, the donations are, they're huge. And we're working on improving it, right? And we asked for donations, and it's very humbling. But it took years for me to realize I can't continue to fund this with 7 kids, and trying to I hit a struggle last winter. It was bad. It was bad, man. If it wasn't for people like Wojo and stuff, literally helping me out. Very humbling. Very humbling. I've never had to do that since I left home when I was 14, and always, always, always had something. And so yeah, it was really awesome, man. Just identify as trans. No, Jason Beatrice, he does not that I'm aware of. Have you met a trans Bigfoot in the woods? Would you like to come and share with the class? I'll send you a link if you want. You dare to show your face on screen in front of the whole world. We're worldwide right now. Yeah, Spotify, we're at 30% Japan. Yeah, you want to come in and talk to Japan and ask them if their Bigfoot is trans? Yeah, Jason, nobody's impressed, sir, unless you come on screen and say that. Come on over here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just hop yourself in and we'll talk.
Yeah. 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 Because comedy's not your thing, bro. You know what I mean? Because you're like the 132nd, I think, person that made the Bigfoot trans thing. I think it's 132 I counted last time. Very inauthentic. Very inauthentic, right? Wouldn't you agree? But
Yeah.
I'd love to have you on the screen and we can sit there because it seems like, perhaps Jason, um, it's Saturday night, it's 8:30, bro. You got nothing going on in your life, you know. You're probably the guy on BF6 that hacked me last night, just so you can tell your friends how good you are. But come on the screen, show your face, man. You know?
Or you can just sit back and just enjoy the show and be part of the research team.
Yeah.
That's the thing. This is what we're all about, man. We're here to present evidence. If you don't like
Yeah.
it, then you don't like it. Then you can just go. That's
Yeah.
all. You can hang around, be a clown.
Yeah.
We love clowns. We
Oh,
know
we
what to
love
do with them.
clowns. Well, I think Jason had a great question. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? I think it was a great question. You know what I mean? My
Anything's
question,
possible.
if Bigfoot is trans, does Jason go fuck himself? You know what I mean? That's a fair question, right? I think that's a fair question, Jason. Do you, sir?
Um,
All right. Anyways, you got to
sorry.
come out. You got to come up with something better than that. Be more. We have very intelligent people on the side, very smart, critical thinkers. If you got to come in with a joke and be a clown, you got to make us laugh, right? You got to make it. I mean, how do you sit home for 45 minutes watching this show and go, "Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it. I got it. This is the one." And then you come in with that shit, and then everybody just stares at you. No, he's not on. He's on delay. Yeah, it's called slow. Um, so, anyways,
Uh, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I
Yeah.
waited. I know exactly what this delay is, and I waited long enough. And if he was really committed to his ignorance, then he would have said, "Yeah, I'll come in, bro." Fuck yeah, I would have had him right on this screen in a second. I want to see
Mm,
what one of them people look like, right? Don't you? I'm just curious. Like, what do they look like? You know.
mm.
Anyways, that was fun. I appreciated it, but I kept it at bay. It was who's, you know what I mean? Because I just can't stand them people. Anyways,
Hey, Rhonda Lee. Great to see
and
you
and
all.
and so what if he is? Bigfoot can be whatever he wants to be, girl.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get on with the show here. As far as that, going over some evidence now, we've had some good talks. The discoveries are about what we believe are final, in a sense where we're being led to this, or this is exactly what that is. Right? We know. To me, that picture is 100%. Right? The picture
Mhm.
is 100%. You cannot debate it. It's encrypted in the phone. Party's over. End of discussion. Get out of my face. Right? Done. So that picture is not debatable. You cannot have an argument with me over that because I'll just walk away because it's just silliness. Because there's so much that goes along with it. So starting out with what we should start out with is this gentleman right here. That you've seen a ton of, and I'm going to keep pushing it and I'm going to keep pumping it, and it's going to be all over the place because they deserve that respect. What's up, Rhonda? Um,
Benno.
yeah. Yes. Good day, Japan. Um, yeah, 30% of my audience on Spotify was Japan. So weird. Um, I should learn some Japanese in it out of respect. But
Come on.
anyways, so this here, 2-1 Habs. Thank you, MS. We don't really want to keep getting updates. We're Bruins fans, sir. Yeah, he might be wearing fake boobs. He very well could. No, we're just been, we did something a little bit different, right? Um, we just had a conversation. We just had a conversation. Now we're getting into some. We're gonna get into some pictures. I'm gonna put something up on the big screen. We're gonna hang out for a little bit. I don't really care what time it is and all that stuff. So no, you didn't miss much. I mean, it was a nice conversation. Thank you, Rhonda, for caring. And it's really nice to see you. Guys may be wearing, fake Mickey. A troll is someone that makes stupid comments to call attention because they don't have nothing better to do with their lives. And I think I would expect it would be on a Monday or Tuesday, right? If you're only half a loser, you know what I mean? But a full on blown out loser is 8:30 on a Saturday night. That means he started picking the lint out of his belly button around 6:15, right? He gets all the lint out, sniffs his finger because there's that weird belly button smell. And then, if you don't wash your belly button, right? And then he was like, okay, what is there left to do? He already yelled upstairs, Mama, give me a peanut butter jelly sandwich. You know what I mean? Mama throws down the peanut butter and jelly sandwich that she made, from yesterday. Dude eats it. And then he looks around and he says, oh, look at these guys talking about Bigfoot. That's a troll. All right. Any other examples? You let me know. And I will come up with something very graphic that you'll enjoy wholeheartedly. So this here to me is a no doubter, no brainer. Party's over. Mickey, thanks. I've done that before. Yeah, we all have our moments, Mickey. You know what I mean? Mickey, no. Oh, come on, Mick.
I know. Smoking cigarettes, drinking O'Douls. You can't afford like real beer, like a Coors Light, Coors, Bud Light.
Yeah, you had to send your friend out because of that weird bracelet around your ankle. You know what I mean? For looking at weird things.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Richie B and see if they have it.
No, I don't think you have to wash your belly button daily. Just every once in a while when you shampoo and your hair, you just stick your finger in there, do a little circle, you know what I mean? And it actually itches a little bit if you get it really good and clean because your umbilical cord's still stuck to your asshole, apparently. I didn't think that was a thing, and then my ass itched. I cleaned my belly button and I got an itchy ass. It was very weird. I will say on the last marathon, BOT, I did not have to boot any. No, you don't, because there's only 352 people watching over a span of fucking 6 hours because YouTube sucks. You want to keep bringing it up, D-Hoot? Great job. Your current position is very much at risk.
Yeah.
So, anyways, does anybody have anything to say about this photo right here not being 100% one of the forest people? Anybody on the side? 100%.
I mean, it's okay. It's just ask the questions. That's all.
Oh yeah, right. Exactly. The picture explains itself, but and just to have a couple of the facts with you, it's encrypted in a foam. So we have the encryption in the foam. We have the moment, right? The moment with the video. And
previously.
Let's see. Which I thought I had in here, by the way. So we have the moment. Hey, previously, we have the moment with the video that you can see us tracking it. Now you could say, "Oh, well, that's the video. That's the photo." Well, you can actually take the timestamps off the video, compare it to the photo, and there you go. Oh, Jed's a millionaire. Well, not me. I'm not Jed. And by the way, I've already been a millionaire. All right. Basically, 2 divorces and 7 kids, I've had to have made $1 million in my life. There's no way you get through this without doing that. There's no way. So easy when you speak to me. I'm a millionaire. Well, was a millionaire. Well, could a cumulative millionaire, a cumulative. I love that. There's the word literally, I have trouble saying as well. Here we go. Is this the one? Let's see.
Watch the right of that tree.
Can you guys see that? Wojo?
We can see that, and you can hear me like walking slowly going behind.
Right. But last time it was a black screen, so I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So this folks, well, no, it's a screen record. I can't pull up the stats on it. All right. So this is the event that took place. I'm scanning like this from my left. I was actually way over left towards the brook. That's the thing, Wojo. I remembered afterwards, I wasn't towards the junkyard. I was towards the brook, like this.
Yeah.
And
yes. I remember that very clearly.
I was above the hole, the big hole that keeps getting filled in with things like that,
Yep.
the structures, and then I went like this, and then it was very weird because my eyes just really adjusted to that tree, and when it's dark out, and I'm just going to explain this again. We're going to relive a couple of things, but then we're going to show you some new things. So I noticed when I went across, when it's dark out, a tree should be straight up and down. I should not see the details of a tree. It should be hard to tell, even if it's really crooked, right? I could see a definitive lean, right, with a Bigfoot behind on the right. I'm not. Oh, stop. So, and then I'm scanning, and that's when I kind of throw it over to Wojo, and he mentions the light, and I'm like, start clicking, because that's where that dude was walking. You know what I mean? That's where we saw him. So enjoy the video. I don't think I can make it any big. Oh, maybe. Oh, look at that. I don't know if it's bigger in a sense like that. Yeah, no, because it's upright. But let's see where it fits in. So here we go, guys. Get your headphones on too, because you might actually. I'm trying to commentate because it's dark out. I talk a lot anyways. I get it. But in this particular case, in my defense, it's dark out. So I'm trying to commentate and get reactions from you guys to validate what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? And explaining to you what I'm doing, so we're all on the same page as a team. And that's the beautiful part of our lives and our podcast. We are a team. So let's check it out.
Watch the right of that tree.
You see it right there? Wait. See it? Wait. I didn't see this before. Hang on. You guys can't see my cursor, damn it.
Hi, Rachel. Great to see you.
You see that thing sticking out right there? Watch. I scan around, but look at the tree straight down.
Yep.
Right? There's a dark tree to the right and a grayer tree to the left, but it looks like it's a big, thick tree, but it's probably multiple trees. There's something. Watch the comments for me, because I'm trying to work this screen. There's something right there, and I notice it. I don't know how, but I did.
Watch the right of that tree.
Watch. Right there, it moves. Did you see that? There's movement.
Watch the outline of that tree.
Right there.
Watch the outline of that tree. Watch the right of that tree.
Look at it, straight up and down. And then boom,
watch the outline of that tree. I thought, again, it could play tricks on you too, because you're staring at the camera, but it looks like there's an outline there of some sort. Yeah, look at. Oh, did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? That tree. I thought, again, it could play tricks on you. Watch the outline of that tree. I thought, again, it could play tricks on you too, because you're staring at the camera, but it looks like there's an outline there of some sort. Yeah, look at. Oh, did you guys see that? Watch the outline of that tree. I thought, again, it could play tricks on you too, because you're staring at the camera, but it looks like there's an outline there of some sort. Yeah, look at. Oh,
and then it
did you guys see that?
Now,
did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Listen, shh. It's moving. Stop. Oh. Wait, did I see what I saw?
Did I see what I saw? We come no harm.
Tricks on you too, because you're staring at the camera.
I'm watching from a distance.
It looks like there's an outline there of some sort.
See the shadow a little differently.
Oh, there it is.
Right there.
Did you guys see that? Yeah, look at. Oh, did you guys see that? It looks like there's an outline there of some sort. Yeah, look at. Oh, did you guys see that?
Watch the
Did you guys see that?
Right here.
Did you guys see that?
Right there. It goes back again.
Listen,
now wait a minute. Did he go back?
It looks like there's an outline
Yeah,
there of some
that's what I'm like
Yeah,
trying to figure out.
Oh,
did he go back?
Did you guys see that?
Watch.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that?
Right there.
Listen,
Yeah,
it's
I
moving.
think he went to the left, like he was in front of that tree, peeking, and then it went back.
Wait, did I see what I saw?
Did I see what I saw?
It looks like there's an outline there of some
back
sort.
there.
Yeah, look at. Oh, did you guys see that? Looks like there's an outline there of some sort. Yeah, look at. Oh, did you guys see that?
Now stop right here. Look at that tree to the right now.
Yep.
Watch the dark, skinnier tree to the right. I don't know what anybody's saying. So
They're just like wow, left to right on my phone.
let's go slow motion. Look at all the different shapes right here. Look at. All right. So when all right, here's that tree to the right. Now, mind you, I could be at a slightly different angle, and I made sure when I walked straight towards what I was filming, and then I stopped. So I don't have very much variation in my angles. I'm not like far left of it, looking behind the tree. I'm still in this spot. Now watch. This is what I'm talking about, right? So when it comes on, right here, I noticed that right there at the bottom, towards the bottom of the tree. Look at the tree to the right. It's almost straight up and down, right? I shouldn't be able to see any details whatsoever. Maybe like the branches sticking out like you see, but that's it. But the tree itself should be a rectangle up and down, right? I noticed that because I've been tracking the noise and I've been seeing movement. So my eyes and my brain were connected in a sense to say, yep, that's it. That's movement. Okay, yep, that's
Excuse me.
it's God bless you.
Thank you.
So it was it helped to train the mind in order to understand what was happening. And watch. Now look at it. Now it appears there the camera goes a little bit left, right. So I'm a little more straight on. So it could hide a little more there. But if you look, Richard, right there, and then I go to the right, but I think I turned to make up for it. Yeah, right here. Watch, I'll center it where I'm square. Now
Yep,
look.
right there.
Now look at it. Is that a booty? I think I see a hanging ass right there. Look at the little piece of light to the bottom left between the trees.
Mm.
Almost like a leg. The leg comes up and meets the booty. Now watch. Now watch. So here we are. Now look at it. Everything's covered. Right? Oh, look at that right there. You see that?
Yeah. Yeah, William. It's like moving back and forth, almost like it didn't want to leave the original tree.
No, I made him. I think I forced him out. I think he knew I was on him.
And well, just for your memory, and to remind the people that were um, watching this that live, I do remember a list. I'm just like watching you, but you were going by, something was walking, and that's when you started like reverting. Like now you're turning your phone to what you're seeing right here,
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Go ahead. Keep
and
going.
you were saying, he goes, guys, I hear movement, it's walking,
Dude, that's a
walking.
that's a foot and a leg.
Yeah.
That's a foot and a leg and bend like the Patty film. Right here. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I was seeing what I
That's
saw.
when I started moving towards you now, because, and then as I got closer, that's when you guys see that and all that. You guys can hear the crunching. That's me walking to him. Hey, country carpenter, great to see you.
CC. Yeah, right there. The leg goes down. See it right here? The leg's up.
Yeah, that's a great photo right there.
Right there, dude. That's the bottom of the foot. The lighter color beige, brownish, is the foot. Watch. You see that?
Mm.
Oh, I got to try something. Hang on. Now I'm fired up. This is the stuff. This is
No,
what I
no,
got.
no, hold on. Now, like right there, Rich, right? Now, if
Yeah.
you look to the right of that tree,
Yep. There's
there's a
nothing.
there's nothing. But before, you see
No.
like a almost like a back or something.
Oh
Or
no,
something.
you'll see it again. So watch that disappear, and then I'll do what I'm gonna do. Watch that
Yep.
kind of go behind the tree, frame by frame, as if I can. Oh, what am I doing? It's the volume, you idiot. Jesus. Watch right here. What? You can almost see it settled. The back settles backwards. the leg gets more of a bend, and then it's coming down right here. Now watch the right side of the tree. Watch what happens, because that tree's not wide enough to cover him. Right there.
Right there. That's what I was talking about. Yep.
Right there, it starts sticking out. Now watch, he turns back towards the other tree. That's why. He turns back to, yeah, see right there. He turns back towards where the tree is that he came from. You can almost see it. You're right there. You see the back right there? That's the back. That could be the shoulder and the top. Look at the little in cut, and then there's another like black dot.
Mm-hmm.
And then watch. He's turning right there, and he's going to go back.
Now this, yeah.
He don't know what to do.
No.
I got him figured out. I was locked onto him, bro.
Because I saw one light that I explained to you that it just seems so stationary. I wasn't sure, so I stayed at my spot.
Watch the right of that tree.
Before I walked away, another set of shine appeared right near him.
Yep.
Again, it could play tricks on you too, because you're staring at the camera.
Now see if you can catch that bottom
It
half
looks
again.
like there's an outline there of some sort. Yeah, look.
There's movement right there.
Did you guys see that?
There it goes.
Boom. Now watch, he spins
Did
around.
guys
You see that?
that?
Now look at now you recognize what all that extra
Listen,
shapes are.
it's moving.
Yep.
Stop.
That's what he was moving. Right there, he's standing. He's standing there looking.
Wait, did I see what I saw?
He's standing there. He's standing there. You see him on the right side. Now watch. It'll go. Oh, it ends.
Watch the right of that tree.
Stupid bastard. Let me try something real quick before we
Watch
get
the
to
other-
the green monster. Wow, that is really good when you slow it down like that and talk about it and break it down. You know what I mean? And everybody can offer everything. Hey, Sam, good to see you. I have a struggle I don't think we should be telling. That's my issue to overcome. But yes, he moved to go back. I don't feel that, Bounty. You know, and perhaps you feel that with, you know, your forest people or whatever that you're doing. And I respect that. And I felt like that for the longest time. There was a lot of guilt with the recorder. There was a lot of guilt with different things that we and Wojo did. And we really didn't do anything bad. We just felt, let's see. I don't know. We felt so connected to them that we felt like it was a bit of betrayal. And I can totally relate with that. And I think it's okay. I feel good. Like this picture, I felt totally fine with it. And that's what made me realize that it was a gift to us. That's what made me realize it. That they want us to share because they trust us to share. And they trust that we're going to share in the right way. And we're not going to say, everybody gather your arms, men, let's head for the woods. There's a monster out there. You know, they're not doing that. You know, they know we're not doing that. Excuse me. So I felt at ease, and I go with my Phelan because I am locked in. I am connected. I do feel them. And I've been, you know, slightly coached, you know, not as much as I should be because I'm not reaching out to get coached. But I am lately. I started again. But so yeah, that's a great point that you bring up, Bounty, and a very respectful one, of course. You know, and we do take that into consideration, 100%. But you know, like was he cornered, or was he like, let's play a game of Richie? You know what I mean? You know, I got to ask yourself that, right? Let's see.
Well, think about it. You were following the sound. You kept talking about I'm like I can't hear nothing, but you can.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I had to abandon my post just to see what's going on in your end.
Right.
My angle, but again, my angle's different from yours. But as I moved, another set appeared almost exactly where this other light I was seeing. Like they're almost on top of each other.
Right.
So again, walking towards you and whatever, and you were just like scanning that phone, like you were moving right along, play by play. Like, hey, did you guys hear that? I hear movement. something's walking and all that, and then all of a sudden, as I'm probably about 10 feet away from you, that's when you saw the shadows.
Yep.
And that's when I'm trying to zoom in, the pinpoint of where you're looking, and you're like, take a picture,
Mm-hmm.
and 'cause I see the light, and obviously got a nice photo here. So again, play play by play, yeah. I mean, that's what researchers do. You gotta, it's like documentation of what's playing out here, like what is going on, and we got a nice photo here. I love it.
Yep. Well, that's that's the point of it, is to be able to. I don't have on this one. I don't have the capacity to. I could share. I just can't lighten it and stuff. All right. All right. You don't see anything on the screen there.
Nighthawk says all he did was shift his energy field to disappear again, but he needed the original tree. Mooncat, these things, many beings together, all connected at all times, even seen third dimensionally. I believe fully connected.
All right. You guys see that? You see it? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So what I did was I slowed it down. I took the sound off. Oh, there it is. Hmm. Let me.
That was like, all right, so guys, a long time ago, being on these woods heading towards the huts, Richie, he's hearing, snaps to his left and whatever else, and that's when the tree line started moving, whatever. And then the sound that you were hearing, it was like, remember the left right deal, like Barry Sanders that you were saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
what this guy did.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's like, all right, he's ready to dart, but he's like, I can't do that because he's onto me, so I'll go back and hopefully he didn't catch me because he
Yeah.
really didn't have,
There we go.
that area
Yeah.
to really hide.
So here's this, right? So look at, there's the tree. You see a little bump on the left side of it, right? Now watch. I'm going to jump 10 seconds forward. That's all I'm going to do. Fast forward, and it's going to freeze. Now look at the tree.
Right.
Now look at the tree. He's too big for that tree. See it?
Hmm.
Oh, that jumped way ahead. Interesting. Look at that. That's so cool, man. But it's in slow-mo. It says open with Google Vids. Wait a minute. Can we do that? That would be cool. Is that coming up for you guys?
Yep.
Oh, so you see the white screen with all the options?
No, we don't see options. We're just seeing the video.
Okay. Share this tab instead. Look at this. Look at this business right here. Can you see that?
It's all white. I can see
Yeah.
icons on the top. Yep.
I'll watch. Wait a minute. Oh, look at this. Oh boy. Look at this, man. I think I can do things with this. I know we got to get to the other stuff, but god damn, look at this.
God bless JT. Great to see you, pal. Yes, we will be safe and enjoy life, brother. You
You too,
too as
JT.
well.
God bless, bro. Look at that. Now you can see, look at that leg come down. What? Add a title? No, I don't want to add a title. But I do like this option. Boy, I can do a lot of fun things with this for the show. I didn't know this existed.
Well, this is great that this is on your video.
Look at this.
The picture I have is in my phone. This is on your phone. I mean, it's
Look at this. Look at, there's that foot on the bottom.
William says, think about it this way, guys. How does how does a homing pigeon know to return? They use the
Mm-hmm.
same thing by energy upon entering the physical world to return.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm. I like it. Let me see. So I didn't know I had all this. Sam, did you know you could do all this? This is amazing. Let's see what's up here. Background. What can I do with that? Oh, I can make it different colors. Transparent. I don't know where that would end up. No. What does that mean? Okay. Tools. Scene. Format. Yeah, so I'll have to look at this more. Oh, here we go. But where's the picture? Oh,
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Did you guys? It looks like there's an outline there of some. It looks like there's an outline there of some sort. Yeah, look at. Oh, did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Listen,
Yep.
shh, it's moving. Stop. Oh. Wait, did I see what?
did I see what I saw? What's this?
You see how the trees are not straight.
Yep. Yeah, and that's what you got to go by. That's
Back
what.
and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I was going by. Well, anyways, I'm gonna play around with that, and that is gonna be amazing for the show.
Mm.
How do I get back to where I was? There we are. So that's pretty awesome. One thing I do want to check, Sam, I might need you if you're still here because I ran out of HEIC conversions. Anyways, that's pretty cool, right? Yep, 100%. Wow, William, you can see so much, bro. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty
Mm.
amazing, man. And again, I show you that because of the picture. That coincides with that picture. That adds to the validity of it. That adds to the capsulation of the bullshit theory, right? Plus the encryption in the phone, right? You cannot deny any of that. You can't deny the picture. And keep in mind, folks, people have spoken for years, decades, about Bigfoot with an orb, so to speak, right? Bigfoot with a light. There was these lights, and then there was a Bigfoot, right? You hear that all the time. We got a picture of Bigfoot and a light as one. Think of that. That is monumental, historic, and very significant to the research. And it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable that we were gifted such a thing.
Mm.
And I think the part of the message is to say, hey, this is how. Whoa, where do you go? This
I'm
is
right here.
how we should be researching, man. We should be respectful. We should, be ourselves. We should learn different ways. The indigenous people's way. You know, just research when you're at home and find out how to go in there with respect and words to say like BMO. Um, telling us how to speak. Different words. Oh wow, bullshit.
Space Force, yeah.
There
The
you go,
name
everybody.
says it all right there, pal.
There you go, everybody. Um, do you do any research, Space Force?
I just want to know, like, all right, so you put that up there. I want to hear more, pal. You tell me why it's bullshit.
Yeah, we'll play with them a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd rather hear it from you, pal.
yeah.
The floor is yours.
Do you speak
You know
more than
what?
one word? And and can you cover your bullshit theory with actual facts of bullshit?
Yeah. I want to hear what his facts are.
Mm,
You
mm-hmm.
know, you got
Mm-hmm.
movement, you got a picture,
He gave me move. He came me movement. He came in that hot. I was like, yeah, boy. Hey, girl.
Well, and again, like going back to yesterday, I mean, especially seeing the lights. I mean, yeah, it's daytime, but it was hard to see like any, any like shadow behind it because I'll tell you, like where they were, they know like to hide in the thicks because that guy was low of what we saw when he was scanniversing,
Yep.
and then it moved so quick into a different spot. Then there was another one. When you said there was another one, and I walked towards you, I'm telling you, I saw that light just go. Pew.
Oh,
And then I
yeah.
stopped. I went back. I'm like, yeah, that's him. He's gone. He's with that guy.
Yep. 100%.
And what do you think of those huts, man? That was fun.
The huts were awesome. The huts were
The
way cool.
huts, the actually the beginning of the gifting. I don't know, 3/4 tree, if you want to call it. I mean that was pretty awesome.
Yep. Let's
Mooncat lost in space.
hang on. We'll put the picture right over here.
Up, Sam is saying which pictures you need, Rich.
I got to look right now because I think I was having trouble with the footprints. We'll just leave our friend up there for a few minutes. Um, everybody, Space Force 3643 likes to go into people's legitimate shows and try to shit on other humans for what they believe. Um, so I just want to make everybody aware of this particular shithead. Um, and it's something that we're going to be doing a segment, I think, on every time this happens. We'll have like shithead of the week or something, you know what I mean? And maybe we'll visit his channel and stuff like that. Uh, Never
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, yeah. I
Because,
mean, it just
because let
he's
me
a
no no
typical guy that has. Oh, go ahead, Rich. Go ahead.
Now, one more thing to that. I'm sorry. Not because I'm a drama queen, not because I want to create controversy for views or anything like that, because the community does not do enough, sorry guys, to get rid of people like that. We just block them and we move on. Everybody's like, oh, take the high ground. You know what? Fuck you. I'm not taking the high ground. Nope. I'm going to call each and every one of them out. And the only way they stop doing it is if you make their fucking life miserable. And don't give him attention. I'm not gonna tickle his belly button until his ass itches. We're gonna do it different ways. Space Force. Where you at, buddy?
Yeah. Just what? There's your opinion. Fine. We don't mind opinions, but what's your follow up to your opinion, though?
I think it's your ignorance the way you come in and say something fucking stupid like that because your parents don't like you. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the problem we have with you. You know what I'm saying? And I'll dedicate the rest of the show to you, dumbass. If you need attention that fucking bad, bro, that fucking bad that you got to come in and just call somebody bullshit. I've done thousands and thousands upon thousands of miles and hours in the woods. What do you have? Don't just come in here and say one word. Share your intellect with us if you can fucking find it or dig it out of your asshole. All right. I'll sit right here and wait. I won't ban you and I'll let you be fucking man enough to come into my studio right now, show your face and have a conversation like men.
Exactly.
That's how this show is going to go from now on because we let this shit go and we just move on and I'm tired of it and I'm not going to let it move on no more. I'm not. I'm going to fucking expose you for the stupid fuck that you are every chance I get. And by the way, you're talking to a man that isn't wearing pants. What's that say about you, Fruity?
Mm,
Yeah, what about that theory, huh?
yeah, exactly.
Well, that's right, Jim. Back to you, Bob.
Hey, Z Sun Dragon, great to see you. Hi,
Yeah.
all with hearts. I mean, yeah, see, coming on the show with all happy and just, let's go.
Yeah, let's
Again,
go. Let's go. That's right, Jim. Oh shit, is it 9/11 already? All right. That was fast.
um, yeah, so go back to that tree, Rich. I mean, what did you think? That lanyard has been like very, I don't know. That's another
Oh
tool.
yeah,
That's another tool I think that they're using, like,
yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
um, to give us those subtleties of, yeah, thank you for the gift. They rolled it up in a bow one day, and then yesterday, like, they intertwined it. It was just pretty cool.
It is absolutely wild. Oh shit, I don't want to do that. Where's bullshit? Did he come back yet?
No,
Nice, but seriously, I
no,
wonder.
he's crying to mom. Oh, they calling me out. What do I do?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
you're right, Bounty. Yeah, what do I do now? Oh my god.
yeah. Just
Oh my
keep
god.
eating your Special K, pal. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Enjoy the show.
Where'd you go, guy? A minute ago, you were big and tough, talking smack. Where'd you go? Come here, sunshine. Come give daddy smooches. You never know what room you're going to walk into, sir. You don't know how many traumas I've had in my life. You don't know if I know your IP address now. You have no idea. No fucking clue. You have no clue. But yet you think you can. Well, you can't. You think you can, Nemo, but you can't. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Right, Wojo?
That's it.
Oh,
Keep
that's
on
right.
swimming.
Keep
That's
on
right, Jim.
swimming. I'm going to swim my life away every day. Still waiting for bullshit. Where you at, Space Force? Do not wear jungle greens also. Yes, true. They don't wear jungle greens. That's a good point he makes. Yep.
I know.
That's
Um,
that's weird.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
what I'm doing is uploading these foot pictures back in because they didn't take, of course, because that's what they do to me. So I'm doing that right now. I'm going to set them as the background. We're going to go to the green screen, and we're going to have a little fun with it.
Are you talking about behind your house?
Yeah, I'm talking about the next. I'm moving on to the fishing lures.
Yeah.
Because this is 100% factual, right above bullshit Space Force's head.
Right.
It's right there. It's actually got a copyright on it. It's encrypted, and it was tracked live on YouTube. So I'm waiting for bullshit Space Force to come in and explain to me his thoughts and theories. What's your thoughts and theories?
Because in my folder
Yes.
from Tuesday, I mean, you can use that for some of
Yep.
your footprints and stuff like that. I mean, which was amazing because
Damn it.
to find those sticks, shiny and everything, and then going towards the river, going to the mouth of that creek. I mean, again, pretty wild stuff to see, prints at that base. And another thing that we haven't discussed too, that big tree that's across
Mm.
that creek. So I just feel like it kind of like it wants to stop the fish right there, So pull up to there, and then
Dude, I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, like I said, it's right at the mouth. Right? We
mm,
didn't see 4 or 5 of these fishing lures anywhere else. They're right here. Look at, they're all right
yeah.
here, man. I haven't had time to do a studio picture, shoot of them. But these are them. These are what They float in the water, and they get the fish's attention on the way by, and then they take this bad boy right here, and they spare them. I mean, that's just the way it is. And the dig marks in it, I'm looking to try to figure out how they were teeth. They're not teeth. They're fingernail. That's the way. That's where I'm at. That is 100% where I'm at. And then I'm like, there's got to be footprints around here then. And lo and behold, what happened? I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Bullshit, right?
Yeah, see, with that mirror is something else with all that sap. I mean, yeah. What do you think about this? Now we're talking about those branches and everything because they are made out of pine. I mean, what do you
Oh,
think of all that crap? I mean, all that sap. I mean, on the
damn.
handle.
I need in Sam, in my folder, this week's folder, dated today, 5/16. It says footprint HEIC in that folder. That one needs to be converted. I want to put that up on the screen. HEIC. I'm texting it to you right now. Is she responding? I can't see. I see.
Nothing yet.
All right, 5/16.
Everybody's calling out Space Force.
Yeah, well, that's what we should do because we should all be sick of it because this is your community, your nice Saturday night. You enjoy doing this as a hobby, as a passion, or whatever it might be. And we just always block these people and move on because everybody's like, oh, just take the high road. No, I'm not. I'm not doing it no more because they keep doing it. So the longer you keep them exposed, they want attention. They're going to get attention. It's going to be negative attention, but they're going to get attention. Their channels are going to be reported and things like that. We're done with it. We're done with it. Done.
The power of the shorts is weak with space farce.
That's right. All right, so I'm going to move over to the big screen because I do have some things already loaded up, and I have the mirror loaded up to see if we can see fingerprints. I did try to crop them and stuff, but as you know, we don't know until we get there. Sam, I sent you a text message. Thank you, boss lady. Let's see. So I think Stink Force will have to go because I'm going to swing. So yeah, Spaceballs, right? Right? Space nuts. Let me see. Let's see. Shit. Can you get Kino? Hang on. Yep, boss girl's on it. She the best, man. All right, so let's move over to the big screen. I'm gonna use this cool little spare as my pointer now. You know, I got them on my channel too. They tell me my drawing skills suck. I haven't seen your drawing skills. I might share your channel now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, how many of you? How deep in are you? I forgot about that. Son of a bitch. Sons of bitches. All right. All right. Well, we'll see you later, loser. Could someone go back up and just block him off for Restream, but not YouTube because I want to pay his channel a visit? Let me get a little screenshot of Doohickey because this is a new system we got here. We are on Troll Patrol for now on, team. Everybody. Just go over and report his channel. That's all. Report his channel. Bullying, harassment, that works pretty well. Stuff like that. Just call him inauthentic. What? Yeah, do that. You know what I mean? All right, cool. You're like me. We don't edit. I am going to check out your stuff, though.
Yeah. Yeah, post that up. I want to check it out, too.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, then what'd you say? Like.
Because it's
Yeah, we just had a great conversation, and I'm just enjoying myself.
Yeah, no, it's good. Good for you.
I had all the stuff, I think, upstairs. I thought I brought it in.
Reporting?
Oh, this guy comes in and just says bullshit as we're talking about this picture and stuff in the video.
Oh.
Yeah, so I figured I'd leave him up there for everybody to see, and I called him out and see if he wanted to come in and talk about it. He wouldn't. And now a bunch of people can go report his channel for bullying.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to do this no more. I'm not going to let him just get off the hook. I don't need drama. It's fun, actually. I enjoy this. And you know I do.
Yeah.
I think I had the extra scratchies with it, too.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they're all together.
Okay.
Just do a count. You know what I mean? I think it was back-to-back 15s. Womp, womp, womp. All right, cool. All right. Well, let's see. What's this mean? Visual search. Oh, I can do visual searches. Hey. All right. So we're gonna go over to this. Yeah, Fishing Lewis. Yeah, CC's been out of the loop a little bit. And that's not calling you out. That's just it. I'm saying I'm gonna explain to you. So we have been finding these very smooth sticks at an inlet at the mouth of a river. And then we found a fish on the shore 10 feet away from the water with a hole in it that was approximately the size of this spear looking thing. So, everybody yells beaver at first, which is a natural occurrence. It makes sense. But this is pine. Pine don't prefer a beaver, and it's a very, very hardwood populated area. So we got into deep dive into research. One of the things that Wojo found was this method of fishing was used through the indigenous people and many others, right? They would throw these sticks. They would take the bark off them so they didn't match all the other sticks in the area, and they would throw them in the water. particularly at the mouth of a river. If you think about it, it makes sense. The fish is going by, everything's dark, and they see this bright light, like fish and lures. And they take that left, and the inlet's running downhill into the river, and it creates this little air pocket, right? A little pushback. And they kind of slow down or have to turn around or whatever the case might be. And by then it's too late. They get a hole in their side, like the fish that we found. So yeah, very interesting theory, but I'm moving on from the theory. So I'm moving on from the theory, and I'm thinking that it's basically I'd say 80 to 90% fact at this point with me. I thought I brought it in. Oh, there it is. All right, there's that. All right, cool. We got some cool things to look at here. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. Now we're gonna have a little bit of fun. I thought on the table. Or all right, let me get my stuff ready, guys. Everybody ready? Wojo, come on.
Let's go.
Talk
Let's
about
bring
it.
it.
Keep them going.
All right. So again, double C about the fishing laws is that what brought me to that was as Richie was talking, sitting down at a log. I'm just taking it all in, but I'm starting to see the real small sticks, and they were like in the mud, and all I can say is you know oh oh CJ, oh yeah, Bigfoot has more evidence than Jesus. No, Jesus is he's the man. You don't want to mess around with that, pal.
No memory card. Yep. You don't want to have memories of
Yeah.
this.
So when it's dug into the mud, it attracts the fish.
Oh, what is that all? Oh, it's got to be moved over. Hang on. Sorry. I should have had it all set up for you. There is the green screen. It is my cement wall, as you can see, along with a contraption that covers my window. No, I saw that, Sam. I'm good. I did it. I unplugged it by accident. I'm good. Boop. Whoa. Look at
So
that.
CJ, why do you think that Bigfoot has more evidence than Jesus? Why?
Interesting.
I like
Jesus
to. I would love to hear your input, my friend.
Jesus isn't real either. Oh, hey, that's your belief. Yeah, we can whatever. Hey, that's the dude's belief. Let him have it.
Oh no, it's his opinion, and we love. Listen, we're all like critical thinkers. Hey, listen, we're value to our opinions.
Yep.
All
You
right.
see,
Well, they're like dummies. Well,
dude, we're not the
explain.
one at
Explain.
8:30. What 9:30 on a Saturday? You're trolling a show. I'd rather be a dummy than a fucking loser.
I
Weird,
know
huh?
exactly. That's because you have no facts, my friend.
Yeah, he's gone.
See you
All right,
later.
so let's get on with the show.
Let's get on with the show.
Well, I got his screenshot. Don't worry.
Hmm.
Don't worry. I got plans for these guys. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So double C. That's
Uh,
why when I saw the sticks in the mud in the very big pool by the inlet, is telling me that they're trying to um, draw the fish in because of the shine. And you can look that up, and that's how that's my theory. And to see how the trees push down, but like almost touching the water, bugs get on these branches and stuff like that. Then they start swimming around. There you go. You're getting fish eating in that area.
do, do, do. All right, let's try. Let's move this around a little bit. You
Oh,
guys see
BMO,
this?
absolutely. You could spend an hour or two providing them one by one here in the chat. Exactly.
There we go.
Um,
All right. Wojo.
Laura, there are a lot of creatures that you cannot see. Doesn't mean they don't exist. Well, how about there were creatures that we had that were extinct and then they come back? Or why are we having species right now, land and water,
That's huge.
that just appear, new species? So anything's possible.
Oh, no, I don't even like that picture.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, like trapping.
Hang on one second. I'm gonna try the other one because that's got a lot of shine to it, dude. 1 second. Here we go.
Even birds will fish with twigs.
Here we go. That's a little better. I'm gonna zoom in on those toes. Just give me 1 second, guys. Wojo,
I got you.
explain how these were found, and I'll be right back.
Yeah. So now these prints that we've been getting by right by the creek,
Right back.
near the mouth of the river. I mean, again, that's just um, you know, it seems like that they walk, inside the creek themselves. Um, and Richie's, can actually see from across the way. He goes, "Is that a print over there?" So I walked on the other side here. Now, remind you, this picture, you can see like toes and what have you. Um, it's very soupy right there. So I didn't want to disturb it and get too close. But if I believe that was like a 16-inch print, 16 by 5 or something, 5 or 6. Um, and we've been finding multiple um, prints right by this little creek. So, and again, it's right by where the creek meets the river. And and as Richie said, that we found a fish 10 feet away from the shore of this creek on the hill, and it's got a hole, a hole in its side, and which is kind of cool. It's like a large herring, and we came back to the same place, and it was gone. No scales, no bones, no nothing. I mean, to me, that's just amazing. But I did find a very large vertebrae, excuse me, of a deer. So I feel like this is like their feeding ground. Um, Kurt, even most of bass fishermen today still use shine off metals, etc., on baits to entice fish to grab it. Exactly, bro. That's what was popping in my head. Just think if you have a head of a spoon, okay, and with a hook in it, and again, you're fishing, but you're dragging, so you're gonna reel it in quick. Fish are attracted to shine, thinking that it's bait, and had to have originated from somewhere. No doubt natives in older civilization had to do the same thing. Oh, I totally agree, bro. Oops. Um, Tyler, I hope you have a good day, brother, too. Yeah, Ricky, I watched Ricky Bobby today. Oh my God, I can't believe I said Ricky Bobby. Yep, I watched it today. But anyways, going back, I mean, it has to be fishing. And that's the only way because I looked it up, and especially about the pine sticks. So, um, because again, it was just baffling the different sizes of the sticks and all these branches and whatever, and they're all pine. I mean, you don't find any hardwoods that are like, that are peeled or anything like that. So, and obviously, when you put these sticks in the water, they'll float. So obviously, when they float, having all that shine, I mean, the fish can just say, "Hey, look, there's going to be food over here." So that's my theory. I'm going to stick by that, and obviously, I Googled that. So, um, but again, seeing these prints, they're pretty cool. I think we found maybe, I think like, yeah, I think it was a total of 3 or 4 of these prints going up the creek by the. I found a much deeper one. Again, it was. Uh, I think this one. I thought it was 16 by 5. I could be wrong because I know those. I think Richie will help me on this one. I think there was a 12 by 5. There was different. I know, Hoot, there was 2 different sizes of measurements of the 3 prints that we have going up and down this creek. And I was crossing over the creek to get to the gifting tree, excuse me.
Well, hello.
And as I'm on this log, like a bridge, I look down, and it was deep. It had to be about 2 inches deep.
Oh, what did I
But
do?
this picture, says it all with the outline of the toes and what have you.
Woo!
Um,
All
yeah,
right. Sorry about that. When you run a little bit long and you got a big family, these things happen, right? A very big family, I might add. So, anyways, everybody's still here. Did everybody leave yet? Sick of us?
yeah, BMO, exactly. Using tiny peeled wooden sticks as a lure, often referred to as a stick bait or pencil bait, as a
Correct.
classic, did you know, fishing technique that relies on the wood's natural buoyancy and unique vibration.
Yep.
Dude, yeah, man, exactly.
Yep. Yep. So what? Some of the things I want to point out, obviously, is the features here, right? You can see the toes, right? And in this one here, I heard you talking. I thought, was this the one that was 12 by 6, and the other one was 16? Yeah, I think this is the smaller one.
Yeah, I think did I mention I think about 12 by 5 or something?
Yeah, it was like 12 by 6, and I said, "Oh
12 by
wow."
6. Okay.
Yeah, and I said, "Oh wow, we haven't seen him in a while." And then we found the 16, and I went, "Oh, that's Mama. Mama must be keeping an eye on him."
Yes.
That's kind of the conversation, the way that went. I
I,
can let it
I'll
out.
let you continue. It's real quick. So this is
All right.
Bounty. Bounty says, I use small peeled sticks as bobbers on fishing line. Up in the small creeks in the Rockies. Got to trick the rainbows. They hide near the beaver dam damage too. Yes.
I love it.
So,
Thank you for that. That's huge. See, that's what I mean. This is why we're a team. Comments like
yes.
that, information like BMO, right? Somebody personally doing it. That is the important part of this. This is what we're talking about. That's why I said what I said the other day. People that are here are chosen to be here, right? Not the trolls and all that bullshit that comes with it. Stick baits are amazing once they swallow. It is set and reusable if you can retrieve it carefully. Seems like a win-win. Yeah, yeah, sure, man. So this is what kind of leads us to that, right? Look how thin this one is. You see how thin that is, and you can see the bark coming off it, right? See the bark?
Hmm.
Yeah, it's being peeled. There's no beavers doing this, and look how thin that is. A beaver would snap that in half. Woodchuck, anything would.
Oh, it would just collect the whole thing and just, put
I
it to
don't.
the file. But
But
I
look
don't
at
think they'll use that size.
but look at that. That's what I'm saying though. This is what really
Right.
got me going was the size of these, and this is where I want to bring to what we were talking about earlier when you were talking about graduating. I feel, and I said on the live, I think that we've been brought to a new level today. I think that we were gifted a new level because there was a fish laying there on the side, 10 feet from the water with a hole in it, like the subtleties that we talk about, right? It's like they left it there with the hole in it, with the spear that fit it, the same size, which is in my hands. You can see it on YouTube Live. And we go home from the first investigation and we're really racking our brains, right? We're really getting everybody into it. Everybody's really, really wondering. But then we go back and there's more, right? But wait, there's more. There's more. Now, to knock the doubt out of our minds, they know, as we think, right? Because we're getting to know how they think, that this erases the biggest debate we had with Beaver. Not just that they didn't like pine, that was, that was still on the table, because they are said to use it sometimes for their homes, but in sparse hardwooded areas, right? Meaning there's not a lot of hardwood around. They have to take what they can. They like it because it's easy to move. It's lighter. It floats easier, better. It's more buoyant, more buoyancy. They bring it back to their hut and they build their little mud hut, and that's as much as they think pine is good for. Everything that I read and researched after this. So why are they eating it? Right? Why are they tasting it so much just to make this weird shape like a spear? A beaver don't use a spear, right? Anything that comes up, Ojo, just jump in. Maybe they peel the bark off so the bark won't retain. And that could be a factor, but it's mainly to get to the lighter color. Because if you think about it, the water is murky, right? It's a brownish murk. The trees that are down or fallen in the water have the bark on them. They're a dark color, green, brown, black, right? All that stuff. These stand out like a sore thumb. These stand out like a fishing lure in murky water. Now, when you see the river go by, there's that inlet here to the left. The water's running this way, and the inlet's on its left. And these are floating in that little pool where the water kind of stops, so they're not getting pushed out, right? They're kind of being held there between the two currents. And they're just sitting there. You look down. When I came back and looked down and saw a bunch of these, 4 or 5 of them, I remember, floating in that little pool, it all hit me, man. It all hit me. There are no beaver dens in this area. There was no bank beavers living in that space. We've seen them further down the river. We've seen them at the Farley. It's mostly the hardwood that gets eaten. But for anybody that, and we've already had the beaver debate, and, I know you haven't been here, but so I respect you. I will address it a little bit. But a beaver to me well, first of all, let's just get to this point. There's not one tooth mark in here. Nothing. Shiny. Shiny, shiny, shiny. No teeth marks in this. So how does a beaver take the bark off? With his hands? Is he taking it off with his hands? Right? I saw what you did there, Kurt. Stick out, get it. And many of them. And how do they not break them when they're that small? Right? And I have bark right here still on it, coming off the stick. But yet, when I look, there's no markings there. There's no markings. This is in the process even. Right? See it? And then you got to consider the context. The fish on the shore, the hole in the fish. These things here that we keep finding, they're very pronged. I mean, I don't see a beaver chewing on pine this long. They can't stand it. Then there's this right here. Boy, what's that shape like?
Yeah. Sticky nails digging in.
Right? Crazy, right? So you can say you're right here. This one here is pretty good with that one. Now watch. Let me see if I can spin oh, there we go. Boom. Boom.
See, if the lines are going down.
Boom.
You see how the lines are going down? It's not going around the stick. So that's why muskrats or any other animals are not doing that. And to add what you were saying, Rich, about the dark bark, the trees that you can see right by towards the entrance of the creek. To have those large trees in the water also gives fish shade. Like they tend to like to hide these, large rocks or big logs down underneath. They like cooler water, not like the hot sun. So to see those pushovers, that I want to call them, that can also add to the theory of them fishing.
Yeah, well, 100%. And then you have footprints.
Right
on the shore. And I said it right aloud. There's got to be footprints here then. That's the only way to solidify our theory. There has to be footprints. It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? If it isn't there, I can't see the stick. I was holding it up to the camera. I'll put a stick up on the screen for you, bro. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'll show you something right now. Here you go. If a beaver did this, and William says, I was wondering what those sticks would look like if you left them there, because I've been taught there's a bunch still there, fashion fish hooks with those, and sinew coated in beeswax. Also, they have multiple uses. Just experience with things Bigfoot. Yeah, no, and again, the percentages have gone up, CC. That's why we're discussing it. We didn't just jump, I mean, you got to know us by now. We didn't just jump to this. You know what I mean? This is something that we've discussed, and here you go. So show me on this. There you go, everybody. Everybody see that? See my
That's a great picture.
Yeah. Oh, I know that thumb is sexy. So show me, thumb ass. I fucking love it. I love Martin. So show me on here, if this is beaver, where are the teeth marks? Where are the teeth marks to peel the bark? And why are they peeling pine bark if they hate pine so much? Read about it. I went into all different search engines, and I was up to like 2 a.m. reading about beavers' hatred for pine. They actually, in some of the articles, there was actually the word disdain. What? I'm like, it's pine. What do you mean they disdain? They just do not like pine, period. They don't like it. It's a last resort. It has to be in an area where there's no hardwood or very little hardwood. In other words, they'll save the hardwood for their pleasures, but they'll use the pine for their huts that they live in. So that would be the only other case, right? But they don't eat it. That is a fact. It's almost they'd rather starve to death. Look it up yourself. That's what kind of helped me get here, and I love the conversation. But look at it.
All right.
What is this? Look, there's nothing there, man. There's no teeth marks there. Tell me how a beaver comes up here, rips that bark off from here, and there's no teeth marks.
D-Hoot, so the X down the river, actually up the river, excuse me, not down the river, is approximately about 100 yards. So you're talking about 100 yards, okay? And where we are, there's a big, huge tree down, and I would say another 35 yards from the log to the mouth of the river, to the creek exits to the river. So, and I believe that how the tree is across, not just a walk across. It's broken down into the creek, so it's pulling up from there up to the river. I think that's to keep the fish from going up the creek. And again, the creek runs down to the mouth of the river, by the way. So Richie was like, explaining they work against that current, and it's like trapping them.
Yep. It's a natural trap. And William, maybe you could touch a little bit on that, on your ancestors and what you were taught, like you were saying about fish hooks. I'm sure they use the natural terrain and geographics to their advantage. I mean, hell, we do as humans, but maybe not in such a detailed type situation like this, but I would imagine they look for that current to run into the river. I imagine they look for the pools to come in. That stick we found in the center of that pool, to me, they were looking for depth. To me, that's what I feel. Because I feel if for one, it'll tell you there's double current against each other because it will dig down a bit, and as far as the strength will reach, and also it'll give them a bigger air pocket to slow the fish down. Just with the science of it, right? So I don't know. It's just thinking about it and saying, hey, that just makes sense. That just makes sense. To me, that makes sense. And then, like I said, I needed footprints in order to go further into this. I had to see footprints. I didn't give a shit. You could talk to me all you want. If I didn't find those damn footprints, man, I, I'd still be a 50-50 guy.
Yeah.
Right? Now,
Yeah,
watch this. I'm
Richie's
sorry.
got all sorts of sizes of the sticks in thickness. And so just imagine all different sizes and lengths
I got it right.
thrown, thrown like um, into the creek towards the end. I mean, just sitting there, you know, by the very edge of the creek, and it seems like they're making more.
Here we
You
go.
think Bigfoot like beavers? I think so.
So,
I think Bigfoot can eat anything. Go ahead, Rich.
so let me touch on this because this has markings, and if we're going to be fair and balanced researchers, we don't want to just show smooth sticks and say, look, no teeth marks. Well, this one that we found has markings in it, right? You see them? Look at them. They're all uniform in a line, right? Now you could say, do they bite down like that, the stick like that, or now, mind you, you have a theory.
Ow.
I'm just saying. Hang on. I'm just saying. You have a theory that perhaps those are teeth marks, right? And they're going like this, and that's how they may be getting the bark loose, right? Just to be fair, let's be fair, right? But look at this, all in a straight line with your thumbnail, and you peeling it straight down, and you're breaking it straight down with a thumbnail, and those markings would be closer, I guarantee you, to the tip of a thumbnail. Right? So if you have a theory that that's teeth, I can counter that 50-50. That the only thing you have is the beaver is in existence. That's the difference. Beavers don't like pine trees. The wood is harder to chew, not as nutritious. They eat the inner cambium layer, not the actual wood. Pine, spruce, conifers lack the softer bark beavers crave. And that's it too. And you can look at the different hardwoods that we run into. And yes, I said had twice. If you peel the bark off of those, most of those by this river, the backside of that bark is green, whereas to pine, as we know, is brown. Right? No, I don't know if Bigfoot scraped it. I have no idea, but it's very possible, right? I mean, why wouldn't it be? And that's the other thing. So say that the beaver is doing that like one straight line and he's pulling it down. Well, right here there's another whole row right here. And then right next to that one. And it's very close. Like to me it's close to where the lines are for a mouth as well. Because the mouth, I think you're gonna leave markings and I think you're gonna overlap your teeth marks. These aren't overlapped. They're uniform, like systematic, right? See that? It's interesting either way, right? Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it is. Benno, that's very interesting. Like a scroll, their written language. That's what
Oh,
he's
wow.
saying,
That'd be cool, huh?
dude. Because I zoomed in,
Yeah, no, I see what he's
because
saying. Yeah.
it's like perfectly in line, but there is some spacing.
Yep.
Like every neck, is further away than the other. I mean,
But they're not
it,
consistent. They're not consistent spacing like you have with teeth.
right.
There's grouping, and then there's a space, and then there's one or two, and then there's grouping, and then there's three. Now watch. This is what I'm saying, right? I have a pointer I can explain my point with, Rich. Look at say one. Look at this is right at the end of this piece of bark right here. First of all, see how that lines up? Oh shit! I didn't even see that before. Did you? Did you see that?
What's that?
I'm going to show you if I can. Look at that.
Look at the lines.
No, look at right there. it fits that dent. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So that means now that changes things. And you look at that and you go, how does that change things, Rich? Watch. Now with that in mind, that beaver has to go. How do I say this without making a corn on the cob reference? The long way. How the fuck? And I know a teeth come out like that. How am I going to be able to do that?
I mean, you can't be a sword swallower, you know. I'm just saying that's why the bite marks are out. That's my theory, and um, I'm just like look. I get the stick like really zoomed in. If you get, I mean, I know you guys probably can't, but in the niches, you can see like other lines in there.
Yeah, Z-Sun said the same thing. Yeah, it looks like writing. I think that's a different level, guys. I think we got to stay focused on. I think it sounds like, for me as a researcher, that some people think we're reaching as it is. To go that next level would be you'd have to literally match it up with actual writing that looks like that. So if you could
What's next?
produce photos of writing that I can line this up with, then we'll have that conversation. But I think until then, it's more than speculation. You know what I mean? I think for me, I think it's reaching, and I have the rational side of my brain. But I would have to physically see some form of writing. And Poncho says it looks very much like mouse. The problem with that is we didn't find a bunch of the shavings and things like that all over the ground. You know what I mean? But we're going back there Sunday, so we're going to go there. It is too uniform to be random rodent. Yeah, I don't see a rodent going. So yeah, research. I think that's fair, guys.
Yeah.
It was hit with a piece of.
Oh, Ben, I solved it.
What?
It says made in China. There you go.
You meant you meant China. No, listen,
China.
Z-Sun, I'm with you. Listen, it's very plausible. It's very plausible, but as a researcher, for me, I feel it's a gift. I've been gifted with a very, very, very hardcore rational side of my brain, and Wojo has experienced that.
Yeah.
Right in the woods, when he wanted to rev the engine and go, I was like, no, get your foot off the gas, bruh. I will shut that car off and unplug that battery. Like, slow down. Like, reel it in. Because I think it's a good quality to have. But for me, with this particular stick here, and William, thank you for that. I know you will, bro. Let's get the researcher brains going, right, guys? Let's get them going. Let's see if there is dialogue like that, right? A dialect or however we're saying it. But for me, with this picture physically, that piece right there looks like it's pulled down because of this piece that's hanging off. This piece is still attached to the wood. It's not flopped this way, right? It has to be pulled down this way, or it would be loose and flopped this way, which I believe I have that piece around here somewhere. Hang on. Right? I mean, am I totally crazy? Now, the other thing I want to show is the real quick. Question everything. I love it. That's what we should be doing. Why not? Why not? But hey, let's be careful with it, right? And don't forget. This is 2 visits to this place. There's a dead fish laying on its belly, by the way, not on his back, or on his side, like he flopped around. I looked at Wojo and I said, oh my God, is there a hole in that fish? Not expecting to go over there and find a fucking hole in that fish. There was an absolute hole in that fish. That to me is a gift of the next level. That's just me. That's how I feel with the rational side of my brain. That is a gift to the next level. Now they're showing their inside world, right? Their inner life, so to speak, right?
Hey, Ron.
Yvonne, what'd you say?
Ron.
Oh, Ron.
Yeah, Vex is
What's up? What's up, Ron? Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find what I was looking for. I didn't mean to get on the sticks again. There's other things we got to look at. Oh, what's this? You know, that it's funny because now that I saw that piece of bark hanging, I don't know if this
Well,
one was
William, I was just thinking of the same thing just now. I didn't even see. Honest to God, I did not see the chat.
what.
I keep looking at the picture, and it says it reminds me of the dot dash Morse code type of language. I
Yeah.
was just thinking more of a yeah, like
Oh,
that Morse code.
yeah. Listen, very plausible, but let's be careful where we go with it,
No,
and
I totally agree.
in a haste. That's all I'm saying.
Hmm.
I have the most open mind ever, but I have a beautiful side of my mind that's very rational, and it will seek out answers way before I yell them out. You know, I'm very deliberate, and I have a process in my head. And I'm not saying you got to do it like me. I'm just saying for me, and you know, me being part of the research, it is, you know, it's my research too. I just don't want to randomly yell shit out. You know what I mean? And I love it. I love the theory. That's a great theory, man. That's an interesting theory. That's a deep theory, right? Has Denny been here tonight? Have anybody seen Denny? Nothing.
Earlier, but that was it.
Uh, yeah, I was gonna say nothing.
Um,
Not that he doesn't have a life. I was just kind of curious because he's real quiet.
yeah, BMO says I got to say that genomic data visualization is written this way: gene mapping, DNA sequencing, fact sheets. I don't know if they would put that on a stick, but there you go. I mean,
Interesting.
it is very,
Love it.
yeah, it's cool.
I love it. Um, oh, whoa, Joe. You know what I just found?
What's that?
That before picture.
Gotcha. Yeah.
No, the before. Let me see if it shows up. I believe this is the before photo of the chair before the feather.
Hmm. Oh, Denny's here. He says these are all great theories.
Oh, what's up, Danny?
Do you like
Yeah,
Richie B and get an augmentation of the boobs? Come
thank
on,
you.
Joe.
Oh, look at that, Woj. Look at there's no mark over by that chair area
The far left. You know
where
how
the
there's a
where the hole
hole.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in this area that it was all like wet. Remember?
Yeah, and then they're picking away at
Yeah, that's wide
the
open
other.
now. That's wide open now, and the
Mhm.
stuffing's on the ground. But I'm saying it was wet when we got there.
Right.
Do you think that they were there that close to us getting there?
How about this? Why is
I
it been? Why, I'm sorry, but why is it so creased lately?
I don't know. Do you think they were there before we got there?
No.
It was still wet,
Right.
and the granola bar was tucked in their hair. Remember?
Yeah, that's right.
And,
Yep.
and this was like wet,
Yeah,
dude. They could have been there fucking within hours.
possibly.
That's mind blowing, bro. And that necklace is still missing, right?
Yes.
Interesting. I just saw that in my search. All right, so let's get on to the next one. Interesting. Let's move on. So we're gonna move on from the sticks and all that. We're going back there Sunday. So let's see if we get any further developments. To be fair, how's that? Everybody good with that? All right, let's get this rolling because I do got to. You know, I do have small kids that got to go to bed. So, oh damn it, it's not gonna let me. Can't see anything. Oh wait, I can't get any bigger than that. Really? Come on. I see lines up top. Right here.
Yeah.
Right there. See him? So if you weren't there, Denny was out with us and left a mirror there, and we hung it on a tree. He wanted them to see themselves as a gift to them. I thought it was a brilliant idea, and possibly
Okay.
see what we could get from it. Well, Mojo went to move it, and his hands almost stuck to it. And he smelt his hands, and I thought it was the purest, richest pine I've ever smelt. Like it was, and it was all over the handle, like it was dipped in melted pine. Just to give you a scenario of what it felt like. It wasn't like spots of pine. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, there's a pine spot there. No, no, no. The whole handle was all pine.
Saturated. Yeah.
And that's why I associate, I attribute that didn't work out there. Let me see. I got other ones in here. Hang on. Let's see if we can get something out of that. Which one is this?
I got it zoomed in. I can see lines.
Yeah, see, I can't get any
I know.
larger unless I go on my phone, and then I'll have to HEIC bullshit again. And let's go over here. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Ron. You know what? The creases. They, I believe they've been leaning on that chair because again, I got to look at my past pictures of the gifting chair. When did it start creasing? That's what you know what? I'm going to do that after the show.
Yeah, we can look at we can go back to the footage. I mean, the pictures and stuff, and check it out. So that's your all right. That's your sleeve right there. What is all that green and blue shit? What is that? What the fuck? What is that?
I don't know, man.
My life's weird. Look at it. What the hell? I know it's a
It's like a
mirror.
perfect block.
I know, but it wasn't there before. It was the picture of the mirror.
All right, William. Good to see you, bud.
Great job. Thank you, William, for contributing. We appreciate and respect you. Thank you, sir. Outstanding. Yeah, see, so I'm looking in this area. It's some kind of weird in this area. But I don't know if that's just bouncing off the mirror. That sucks. I thought I got more out of that. It looks totally different. When it's all right. When it's on, I'm gonna put that on the back burner for a minute. Well, not for a minute, for a little while. Let's go over to this guy, see if he comes out. Oh, jeez, I almost saw him as soon as I clicked over. What the hell's going on upstairs? Where'd he go? Boy, this is not working out tonight. You see him anywhere?
Look in the top.
I don't know. Did he make it in? Jesus. I thought I just saw him right when the picture was small. I could see it better. Interesting. Okay, that sucks too. And these ones I cropped and did all kinds of shit to, and it still doesn't fucking come up. How's this one? That's one of the lights. When was this?
That was oh God, when I started walking up the
Was this last night?
wall. Yeah. Remember we kind of saw the Watcher, you know,
Yeah.
and then I took a picture
It's wild.
and
And it was dark then? Oh
there's
yeah,
still
it was.
light.
Yeah, no, but the camera would pick up on the darkness. It was dusk. It was going down.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that's crazy, man, with the lights. Look at that thing. It looks like the tree has an X-ray of its heart. It's the best way I can see it. I don't know. Let me see this one. What's this guy? Oh, I remember this guy. Yeah. This guy here. Do you remember this guy?
Yeah.
This guy here. So there was the light up here, right? And then there was this weird ass looking thing here, like with these two big black eyes. And the guy Smitty came in and says, yeah, that's a gray. Remember that?
Yeah.
This guy. It's not that clear in this picture, man, but it looks like he's like between two trees.
Yeah.
Like right here. But this light is right above him. I don't think I can.
And that's when you decided. I was there. I took the picture. You handed me the phone, and you started walking around towards it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I went right over. Hey, what's up? Hey,
Yeah.
I'm Richie B. I used to be a somebody. Guys like, yeah,
But again, you're going downhill from where you were. So can you describe like how high that light is?
Yeah, it's very, very strange because. Oh, did I get this one now? I don't think I could fit this one in, but I'll try it. Maybe a part of it. Oh, is that what that? Yeah, that's that weird colored one. I don't understand that. It's not colored when before I put it in there. Yeah. So when I go down the hill, I can't even see you anymore. There's a point where I just can't even see you at all, and it's like um, the light. I don't know. It's like it moves back, like way beyond to where I can't tell whether it's them or if it's like across the street at that dude's house. You know what I mean? Like it's just like so crazy. And I'm like, it's almost like they go there for cover, because we got the pictures of the actual faces. You know what I mean? So we know, but
Right.
it's so bizarre, dude. You
I
have
drove by. I drove by that house though. It's
Yep,
still at a low level though. It should not. What I'm saying is,
make
where
it
the
over the
angle
hill.
that we're looking at, it shouldn't. It can't be. That's weird.
No, I crossed it right off the list when I was standing there,
Yeah.
but I still had to also be like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know because I have to go back and maybe have you stand where I stood so you could see what I saw. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right? That's poetry right there, bro.
Yeah.
But no, I think the sticks are a viable discussion. I think that they're worthy of a discussion. Um, I think we need to continue down that road. I think it could be the possibility of something that where we get to go to another level. And I feel like we already have, you know. And these are the discoveries that we're making that we're finding out. Now I turn this sideways. Why can't that be smaller? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Um, let's see.
I'll
I'm
tell you
trying.
right now, if they keep doing this sap thing on the handle,
Yeah, that's
I
interesting.
I I don't know.
I thought we
Maybe
read about some meaning to that, though.
I should bring flour on the handle.
Yeah, sure. Well, I want to put some around there anyways. That's why I partly cleared things out.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do that. Next trip. Done. Done deal. Next trip over there anyways, right? Um,
Bunch of them.
yeah, so no, I think it's interesting. I think a lot of this stuff is very viable. I don't think it's imagination. So this is the chair, the way we left it, and then I think it's in Wojo's show, right? Yep, down here. Where is it? And then I'm gonna show you sooner or later. Oh, here it is. And then this was on an investigation as well. Um, so those lights were hard to see in the big screen. So what I think I'm going to do, Wojo's next show, open them up with the editor and zoom in on the small on my regular TV. I think we'll get more out of it and be able to darken it and lighten it and things like that. So there you go. That's why we left it, and we came back to the chair looking like this. Look at there's the wetness right there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. There it is, bro. So I showed you what it looked like. Oh yeah, and here's the cherry blossoms. Here, oh not cherry blossoms. The
Maple
yeah,
blossoms.
the red maple blossoms. Right here. This stick was gone, by the way. This one right here last time was gone. It was like over by the tree, and that little stick crossing it, which is down here, was not there either. So this area was wide open, and there was actually a print back there behind the chair. So, anyways, you saw how we left it. This is what we came back to. This is the granola wrapper that is actually tucked in about this far. Oh, what is that? Let me see. I want to get close to that wrapper, dude. You know that? I think that. Let me. Everybody still with me? I know it's a long one, but fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah, I can see it right there. Right, a little bit more. Oh yeah, yeah. Look at the wetness. Why would it? All right, so you see a big drop on the top, but it's wet underneath.
But look at this. One, two,
Yes,
three.
yes, that's what I'm looking at. I have this thing zoomed in.
Look at this.
That's cool.
And this is the granola wrapper. The necklace is gone. This blue jay feather was never there in the end. We never left a blue jay feather there. Look how deep it is and stuck into the styrofoam. The two crystals, the white one and the blue one, are completely side by side in line. Okay. I
I got
mean,
another theory, Rich.
what is this on the white stuff back here?
So, Rich, what you're looking at, what you just pointed at, right?
What, this? This alignment?
No, like to the wetness again.
Oh yeah.
The separation now. I
Yep.
wonder. Yep. Now, yep. You got three right there. But you
One,
see how everything kind of like scribbles around. I wonder
three.
if because it rained,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe like you still maybe like so maybe whatever was there, soaking wet,
Mm-hmm.
grabbed it, and he maybe like his hands are there, and he's trying to stuff it with his thumb. What I'm
Like an
saying is
oil.
the wetness of hair.
Yeah. Oh no, it looks like there's some hair slap going on.
Right. That's yeah.
This is the other thing I'm looking at right here. Look at the white right here.
I'm zooming in.
Look at the
Yeah.
white. And then look at the white right here. Now look at it all together as the third one here. Right? Now come up here and look at this. Look at the swipe. See the swipe? Up by the crystal, to the right of the white crystal. Look at the swipe. There's like
Yep.
some kind of swipe right there. Listen, this is to me, this is amazing communication right here. I thought it was amazing communication. I was so excited when we found this.
Maybe
That's what Venza, right?
yes,
Yeah, dude.
because of the cookies and all that stuff. I wonder next time we come to the chair, I'll
Mm-hmm.
bring some wipes, clean everything off perfectly, and
Mm-hmm.
just set some some flour on top of that.
Poncho's like, that's Bigfoot's Coke mirror. Yeah, someone on the live said there was a spiritual meaning. Yeah, we read it. I think.
No, Sam.
Yes, did Sam read it? Was it that time? Because she read another one this
Yeah.
time. I'm a little confused in that sense, but no, Sam's been. Listen, this is why we're a team. Okay, this is why these shows are yours as well. This is why I share the space with everybody. It benefits everybody. You enjoy it. I enjoy it. The research is better. The answers get, answered, right? The theories get moving along. We try different avenues. There could be 5 theories to one event. We go down all 5 of them. Whichever one has the highest percentage, we go deeper. And that's what we do. That is what we do, man. Other places don't do that. No offense. Everybody does their own thing. Podcast, live in the woods, whatever. This is what I feel from the beginning was the way to go about it, to include people in it. It's much harder to tell a couple hundred people that they're fakes and frauds and wrong than it is to tell one dude, recording shit and then bringing it in the back room and then making it look pretty. So, and again, no offense to them, that's their thing. I have very much respect for a guy like Jason Kenzie, for instance, he's an amazing dude and thinks very highly of us, and he has a camera, but he's in the woods. He's a researcher. That dude set up a fucking hammock on an X, not realizing what he was doing, and then he started researching hard, so I respect those guys, especially when they're still in the woods, but that just isn't the way I wanted to do it. And having you guys are the absolute best weapon we could have, right? So just the look of it and how it's set up just looks spiritual, right? I almost want to take a picture of that right there, Wojo, and put it in the Google search. You know what I mean? Like
I searched. I just can't remember what it actually says. I
No,
did search it. There is a spiritual meaning behind this, by the way.
no, I know there is. I'm saying the picture
Yeah,
search.
picture search.
Pictures,
Yeah.
not type it in. You know what I mean? Let me see. I know I have it here. There it is. Let me just throw. Yeah, that's it. See if it says anything. It is a screenshot. I do have the original, but based on the image provided, it appears an artistic representation of a blue jay feather. Symbolism: blue jay feathers are often associated with themes of protection, fearlessness, and wisdom. Look at this. I thought this was funny. I saw this last time. In the United States, it is illegal to collect feathers from most native migratory birds under the Migratory Bird Treaty Act, though blue jay feathers are not federally protected. Is that nuts?
Mm.
I didn't know that. Learned something new, right? Visual element breakdown. Real world counterparts. If you're interested in how the digital represent, blah, blah, blah. Trying to solve a specific puzzle, find an objective related in this image. Found this beautiful feather, blah, blah. So, let's see visual matches. Yeah, it's just they're focused on the blue jay feather, right?
Yeah.
What is the significance of that blue jay feather with the blue crystal to the left of it, the white crystal to the right of it, perfectly aligned or closely aligned? Let's see. Aligned with crystals is likely a symbolic or ritual arrangement. While specific meanings vary, here's the general spiritual significance of these elements. Oh, blue. I didn't know this one. Blue crystal, truth and expression, typically associated with the throat chakra. Come on, dude. Did I just fucking read that? Did I just read that?
Wow.
Did I just read that, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Danny, did you just hear that? What? And we know where the blue crystal came from, but it's like it's highlighting it. All right, so blue jay feather often seen as a sign to speak your truth or as a message from a loved one. Oh, this is getting crazy. Typically associated with the throat chakra, the blue crystal reinforces themes of honest communication. Oh my God.
Boom.
Dude, white crystal. You ready? You ready? Where'd he go?
I'm right here.
You didn't answer me. I said, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
You're the co host. I'm always talking to you.
I know. I'm processing, man. Processing.
White crystal, purity and higher connection, represents spiritual purity, mental clarity, and a link to higher consciousness or the divine. Have a good day.
Yep.
Show's over. I'm tanked. I'm going to fucking bed. No, I can't even go to bed. I could never go to bed after that. What the fuck? Did you hear what I said?
Yes, I did. That's powerful stuff, man.
I got to screenshot this. Often seen as a sign to speak your truth or as a message from a loved one, the blue jay feather. Typically associated with the throat chakra, reinforcing themes of honest communication, dude.
Wow.
I just said it was communication, right? And you've said we agreed on that.
Mm-hmm.
We agreed that was clear communication, correct?
Yes.
Right. Speaking our truth, right? Your truth aligning with divine, right? That's what I'm reading. Together they guide you through a journey, right? As one, right? Guide you through a journey of personal expression, spiritual messages, in ultimate clarity or cleansing. We had this exact conversation, Mojo, off camera.
Yes, we did.
And sometimes I might get a little lost on you guys. And BMO is rubbing your ass, by the way.
I'm right.
Denny says I've been doing crystals and feathers for years. Yeah, but and I love it, Denny. Dude, another huge, perfect, strong element to this team is Denny O. and his daughter Ella knew that we would benefit him, but she also knew, more importantly, that he would benefit us. You understand?
Mm.
That's what she knew. If you really look into it,
Yeah.
Dad, you're the piece to this puzzle that these guys could use right now. Think about that.
Everything's spiritual. Ron, I mean, like the great horned owl feather at your doorstep, look it up spiritually. Believe me, I'll guarantee you'll get an answer.
Oh,
Spiritual message.
it'll blow your
It,
mind.
it just blows your mind, dude.
Significance of the alignment suggests a balance between physical and spiritual realms. We are the physical.
Yep.
They are the physical in a sense, right? And the spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Balance and harmony. The symmetrical placement often symbolizes finding harmony between opposing forces or achieving a balanced state of mind. Spiritual guidance. The feather acts as a bridge with the crystals, amplifying its role as a messenger for guidance and protection. Inner wisdom. Together, these elements encourage trusting your intuition and utilizing your personal power to solve challenges. Tip: in many cultures, finding a blue jay feather is considered a sign of good luck or a reminder to stay focused.
All right, Benno. Good seeing you, bud. And yes, we're glad to have you, bro. It is a spiritual journey, and good luck to your food shopping.
Yeah, we just order it and have it delivered, bro. Fuck that. But yeah, have a good time. We love you, bro. Be safe down there. And check in, make sure we know you're all right. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a brother. So Godspeed, my friend.
Yep.
So anyways, all that is 100% everything that we talk about.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Turn on your hot light. Come on, Ron. You're aging us.
Where we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Rhonda. And this is why everything like feathers, rocks,
Yep.
trees,
Yep.
shapes, numbers, anything, colors, they all have a spiritual meaning. And when you start combining these together, then you get, then you get a spiritual message from all this.
Yep. Well, I think I think we got to discuss what's going to go on your show Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think there's plenty more of this stuff to go over. Plus, we have an investigation tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm calling at what, 5 p.m. I said something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember what you said. Yeah.
Well, we want to get in the daytime dusk and darkness, and we just learned last night that darkness is far away these days.
And we have a show tomorrow.
And we have a show.
Excuse me, it's Gordon Dale's show.
That's correct. You know that? That could be a problem.
But we'll get there.
Or we give Dale a special treat from the woods. How about that? Just sit out there talking. All of a sudden, there's a whoop. Bet you he doesn't have.
And then you get shine.
Oh
coming.
My God! Can you imagine?
That would be sick.
That would be.
Our show. That would be sick.
Dude, that would be sick.
Oh my God! Yeah. You have to call Dale tomorrow.
I don't have to call. I don't have to call nobody. I'll be like, "Hi, guy."
Yeah.
Where else do you think we would be?
Mm-hmm.
Right. You'll have your phone. Right.
Yeah.
We'll get on your phone. YouTube Live will still be going.
Yeah. We'll sit down right by the tree, the gifting tree, or
Oh, you want to be out that far, that dark? Ooh, scary.
Yeah, dude, that's it.
Dude, you know how those woods get after dark, man. I'm thinking those are going to be a little bit more.
Yeah.
They're going to be a little bit more physical than our zone. Yeah. Honestly, because that's physical stuff. We had things thrown at us, whistles, bluff charge, like everything over there is physical. Everything over at the other place is not as physical, right?
Another runner in the night.
Anyways, all right, I gotta go. It's 10:30 at night. Jeez.
Love the song, Ron. You got me going now.
Yeah.
Dude. The only hard part I will say before we is how we get in there. We might have to go like from your house way
because of the parking
on the riverway. No, what I'm saying is like because it's less briars. You
No, I
know.
don't. Yeah, I'd have to let her know. Yeah. I mean, out of respect, you know, I don't just go over there.
No, we can park at the regular spot as is. I'm just saying to get to the tree.
Yeah, yeah, we could cut through.
Instead
Yeah,
of going to the mouth of the river,
yeah, and go
like
to the left. Yeah,
go to the left, yeah, because that'll be like, ugh.
yeah, but on the way out, I want to go to the river.
Well, that's a given. That
I
we
mean,
have to do that.
we might even be able to sit right on those benches while we talk the deal with all that chaos across the way.
How about this? Let's just get there.
Because time wise, daytime, dusk, and darkness, it's going to be probably if we went that route, is
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying.
say we go. I say we really go to the tree. We'll
Oh, we have to,
investigate the creek area, right?
100%.
And then let's just park it right on the. Well, each yeah, we'll just go on the bench and just.
Yeah, that'll be the goal, but we never end up to our goals. Because look at it, it's a 3 hour podcast tonight, and a what 6 hour fucking live the other last night, or Monday night,
Yeah.
Sunday, whatever. I don't know what night it was. I'm so fucked up. Anyways, thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you for having the conversation. Listen, we are on Troll Patrol, everybody. We are calling on you, the community, to help us with the trolls. Calling them out, putting them out there. Yes, it feels a little dramatic and icky. You know what I mean? But when is it gonna stop? Maybe never, no, maybe never, but maybe they'll say, hey, stay away from that fucking channel. They make you pay a price. And maybe we go there. Maybe we do report their channels for bullying and harassment. Maybe that's what we do. You know, what, do you feel bad if you did that to somebody that does that to us? You know? So, yes, I'm not trying to be tacky or cheesy or anything. I'm sick of it. I am sick and tired of it. And I'm just calling on all of you guys to pay attention while you're in these chat rooms. You know, when the host or the moderators just, click and go like we did it all the time. Maybe say, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Just everybody report the guy. What was his channel? What was his channel? Because you would do it if it was your house. I think like Bounty might have mentioned, like they just come in your house and just say that shit. Let's put an end to this and let's be the beginning of that movement. Troll Patrol right here on Banter Richie B. Okay, BDA. I need some trolls to wear elf costumes so I can work as Santa Claus this winter. That ain't what you need it for, Poncho, after what I've seen you write tonight. You know what I mean? I have to go get grandkids. Awesome, Bounty. Enjoy the grandkids. Thank you for sharing and great convos. Always a pleasure having you, Bounty. CC, great to see you tonight. Thank you for that pushback, bro. It keeps everybody balanced, right? It's respectful. That's what we preach here. That's what we just did, CC, right? We just had a respectful debate, right? And who knows? It's going to make you think when you have a quiet moment, it's going to make us think when we have a quiet moment, and I appreciate that. Thank you for that. And everybody's welcome to do that, man. So tomorrow night, daytime, dusk, and darkness, watch for that. Make sure your notify buttons are pushed, your bells or whatever the hell they are on YouTube. You're going to know when we're going into the woods, and we want you there, and we've never done daytime, dusk, and darkness over a location connected to my property. We've never done it there. We've been over there in the darkness, and it's something to behold. I'll tell you that. So,
No, we haven't fished on the boat yet, but that'll be something in the future.
what, the boat?
Yeah, fish on a canoe or something.
I'm not fishing off a stupid canoe. No, sorry. I didn't mean to get. No. Oh my God! All this and you're like this. Oh, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, stop moving, stop shaking.
Oh my God!
I'm going
Stop!
over.
Canoe, man.
I'm
Oh my
guaranteed it would definitely go over.
dude, you're talking fucking 400 something pounds between us, and we've lost a bunch of weight. We still got all that muscle, baby. What's up, girl? Like that,
Yeah.
right? But thank you to the moderators for allowing me some extra time with the idiots. I do appreciate that. I am on a mission when it comes to that. That is partly why I was weighed down, and bad people need to be held accountable. So we're going to hold it accountable. So be patient. I'm sorry if it makes you uncomfortable, but have fun with it. Let's put it that way. You're free to say whatever you like. I want to say follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and FUX. And I want to say, I love you, baby Jack. I love you, mama. I see you, Ella. Now I know what she was up to, too, by the way. I see you, Ella. Thank you all for being here tonight. I want everybody to keep climbing. Catch us tomorrow night, 8 p.m. The whole network, Gene and Sam and myself and Wojo. After Gene's show, Ghost Cats and Cryptids at 6 p.m., which we'll be live in the woods on. Sorry, Gene. It's the only night we can. We got to grab them. But watch Gene instead and then come hang with us because we'll be on for a while. So, and we're just doing our research. So it's okay. And we don't usually do that. Oh, so the other quick announcement I want to make is, by the way, we are making an all live research YouTube channel. All live research. That's all it is. No podcasts, no videos, no uploads, no shorts, no nothing. All live in the woods or however you research. Various different researches. Definitely our crew. Hopefully everybody will get involved in that. We'll talk to Gene and show her how to do it if he's interested at all. You'll get to know them a little bit more personally, maybe their families like you do mine. So keep an eye out for that. That's coming out probably in the next few weeks, man. I'm pretty adamant about that. So an all live research YouTube channel on the phones, unedited, in the woods, pixelated, but truthful and honest. So check it out. Keep an eye out for that. That's coming, man. The Banter Richie B live network. Let's go, baby. Jean's headed in the woods tomorrow? Is that where she's doing her show? We got to communicate more. Well, it's only the first time, but we got to grab them when we can get them too, you know, same as you, right? Maybe we'll join up. Maybe we can link to each other. That'll be fun. Anyways, thank you all for being here. Please get over to the merch store and contribute to the research. If you find it in your hearts to go through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, you can put in Banter Richie B, Richard Brault 1, and find me on Venmo. The other two are Banter Richie B. So anything at all, $2, $1, $5, whatever you can do, it all helps. We want to get technology. We were donated Starlink. So we have Starlink coming to the network into the woods. If anything, it'll rule out that shitty signal theory, right? Even though I'm looking at 5G and 2.5 bars, who believes them assholes? You know what I mean? That probably say, oh, you got 5G and 2.5 bars. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? That will eliminate it if we're hooked directly to Starlink in the woods. So that's coming too. So stay tuned. And all your contributions help that, okay? Thank you very much. Wojo, get us the hell out of here. We've driven these people nuts far too long. So this is what you do, baby. What's up, girl? You got kicked.
Nope, I'm here.
Ah!
That was weird.
That was
Well,
weird, bro. Well,
it's
Joe, get
weird,
us out of here because that's what you do.
weird. Well, hey, thank you all for being on here. And yes, we are home of the boom. See you next time. How about tomorrow?
How about
Bam.
tomorrow? Ghost Cats and Cryptids with Gene Tewksbury. Don't forget about Gene. 6 p.m. Love you all, man. Good night, everybody.